It's the first weekend of autumn, and it's homecoming weekend at Carthage College as the Carthage College Firebirds look to win game number 1 on this early part of the season. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Art Keller Field in Kenosha on the campus of Carthage College. It's Carthage football time as the Firebirds entertain the Washington University Bears. The Bears come in with a record of 2-0, Carthage with a record of 0-2 as they open up play here today. Carthage hosted number 1 ranked North Central last weekend here at Keller Field and actually played about 17 minutes of pretty good football. That led them into the early part of the second quarter, but a 7-7 ball game suddenly became 14-7. Carthage was driving and got inside the 10-yard line, but an interception foiled that drive, and 3 plays later, the Cardinals busted into the end zone to make it a 14-7 ball game. They added one more touchdown midway through that second quarter. Carthage again turning the ball over in the red zone led to a third touchdown of the quarter, and it was off to the races for North Central, a 59-7 victory. They racked up 671 yards of total offense, 412 on the ground against the Carthage Firebirds. Meanwhile, Wash U comes in with a record of 2-0. They won their conference opener last week at home. They defeated Millikin 54-7. The win marked the third time in program history and the first time since the mid-50s that the Bears have scored at least 50 points in back-to-back games. They are led by a fine-looking quarterback, senior Matt Rush, who went 18 of 26, 209 yards and 3 touchdowns last week in the victory over Millikin. And defensively, they have a very active defensive front. Josh Hartman leading the team amongst the conference leaders in sacks already this season with 3 on the year. And then in the defensive backfield, senior Sam Matichek with 2 interceptions, 1 returned for a touchdown last week, a 30-yard touchdown return against Millikin. Carthage defensively, they feature Chris DeVito. He is the leading tackler in the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin, 27 total tackles. He had 14 last week in the loss to North Central. A couple of changes for the Firebirds going into their lineup here today. Christian Beltran, the sophomore out of Katy, Texas, at quarterback. He will not be in the lineup today. He got dinged up in the loss to North Central, a little bit sore, so it'll be Bryce Lowe, the sophomore from Tampa, Florida, getting the start here today, his first start of the season. And we'll also see the season debut of sophomore running back Ray Gallardo out of Richmond Burton High School. Gallardo was slated to be the number 1 running back coming into this season, got injured in camp in August, has found his way back into the lineup here today, and he will start at one of the running back positions. Well, we had a chance to talk with Coach Dustin Haas before our ball game, part of the In the Tunnel feature here on our broadcast, and asked him about the psyche of this team heading into week number 3.
Coach. Coach, I have to believe the turning point of the game last week, early second quarter, driving into the red zone in a 7-7 ball game and a chance to maybe take the lead. Maybe if they don't turn it over, things change a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. Christian was trying to make a play there, threw a ball to Silvera, who's a good player, and, it didn't work out. He probably should take the underneath throw, take the first down, and see if we can punch it in, or worst case, throw it away and have a field goal attempt. And that's definitely was tough, for us. And then I think kind of the nail there in the coffin was when we forced that turnover again and then fumbled it right back to him in the red zone on a 3rd and 1 that we could have gotten. So a couple tough plays there that you can't have against a good team, and they took advantage, and we did not.
You're always talking about the positives, trying to find some positives and the growth of your team. Was there some growth out of this team on Saturday?
Oh, 100%. I think it was a different team than showed up against Albion. They competed. They played hard. You could see that first quarter and a half played really, really well. I think it was a good learning experience for them to understand that they can, compete and that they have to do it for 60 minutes.
Putting a bow on last week, now we look ahead to this week's opponent, Washington University. We're just talking. Surprising they're not in the top 25. This is a very good football team.
Very, very good. Yeah, they average about 50-some points a game. I don't think they give up more than 7 or 8 points a game. Receiving votes in the top 25, so they're knocking on the door there. But again, a very, very good football team.
What do you look to try and take away from them? I mean, they're so good offensively. They're 3rd in the conference in rushing yardage. They're first in the conference or second in the conference, I should say, in passing yardage.
Yeah, I think for this team we have to take away the pass. They like to throw the ball to open up the run. Not that they don't have a great running game, but those offensive linemen are smaller in stature. They like to pass block. They like to move them, get them out on the edge, some perimeter run game. So for us, it's going to be containing those wide receivers. They got a couple really, really good ones, and then tackling well in space.
Lineup concerns here on the front four, some changes there, and some injuries there that are maybe going to affect you as far as depth on Saturday.
Yeah, 100%. We got some guys banged up in the North Central game. Hopefully Cam can make it. He's a game time decision today. But Snead is out. A couple of other guys are nursing some stuff. I know Marlon's nursing his foot and his knee as well. So hopefully we can get some guys play a little more Iron Man, not as many reps or not as many breaks today, and keep those guys playing well.
When you're facing a passing team, does it come down to pass rush, pass coverage? I know you're young back there, so does this put more pressure on the guys in the defensive backfield?
I mean, it's a little bit of A, a little bit of B, right? If you have a good pass rush that can get home quickly, the secondary usually looks better. And if you've got a good secondary that can cover for a long time, it opens up opportunities for those pass rushers to get home. So we've got to stay on them in the secondary, and we've got to get some guys that can work some moves and get home quickly up front.
Offensively, what do you think you can do against a tough team? They're number one against the rush, averaging 44 yards a game defensively, and they're number one against the pass coming into the league play this week.
Yeah, they're good on defense. They're very, very sound. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They tackle really. Take advantage of the times we get plays, right? We can't drop passes on third down, can't miss blocks on third down. Those critical situations we're going to have to execute.
I thought early in the game last week, ran the ball, I thought, effectively well. You got to the edges, you got outside the tackles on some of your runs, and I was impressed with the fact that you were able to get your guys the ball in spaces on the edges.
Yeah, Coach P had a great plan, and those guys did a good job executing. You're exactly right. We moved the ball up and down the field really, really well, and really that was all game. We moved it well. We had a couple early in the third quarter, 3 and outs, but for the most part, they moved the ball, and for us, it was a turnover thing. We had 3 turnovers last week, all 3 of them in the red zone, and to be a good offense, you can't have that happen.
Got to continue that this week in that growth and development, as you like to say, in getting the ball to those guys in space.
Yeah, 100%. We got some good guys on the edges that we believe in. Sylvia and Jarvis and Wiles, guys that can catch the ball, run with it after the catch. And we got to do a good job of getting them the ball and getting them some space so they can move.
Let's talk about keys to the game today against Washington University, a very tough opponent. What do you see drawn up?
Yeah, again, we have to tackle in space. They're a big screen team, big pass team. We're going to have to make tackles on the edges. And then offensively, we got to keep that rhythm, all right? And then we got to finish drives.
Let's go get one here today. Homecoming should be an exciting day. Good crowd. Let's get this one.
That's a great day for football.
Let's go get it.
All right.
Head coach Dustin Haas joining us on our In the Tunnel feature here today as the Carthage Firebirds entertain the Washington University Bears. I'll be back with the kickoff of today's game right after this. You're listening to Carthage Football on Kenosha's radio station, AM 1050, WLIP.
This is 60. With our national anthem this afternoon from Art Keller Field in Kenosha. It's Carthage College football. Coin toss taken earlier today. Washington University winning the toss, deferring to the second half. Carthage will receive. They will defend the goal to my right. Our coin toss brought to you by Chick-fil-A, 9114 76th Street in Pleasant Prairie. Heads, it's the original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. And tails, it could be chicken nuggets or Chick-fil-A waffle potato fries. Next time, flip the script on your meal and go to Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken. Got our game ball presentation. Athletic Director Nate Stewart out there with Sharon Keller, the daughter of Art and Bev Keller, presenting the game ball traditionally as we have always done here at homecoming for oh so many years here at Carthage College. Firebirds sporting brand new uniforms. They're wearing the all-black today with white numerals, red and white striping, red helmets. Washington University white jerseys, red pants, red helmets, red numerals. Our jersey descriptions brought to you by S.J. Crystal's Menswear. For the finest in men's fashions, it's S.J. Crystal's on the corner of 57th Street and 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha. We have partly sunny skies. Temperatures in the low 60s this afternoon. There is a threat of showers perhaps later this afternoon. Wind out of the southwest right now at about 7 miles per hour. Our weather forecast, game day weather forecast, brought to you by Satori Energy. They bring you our game day forecast every Saturday, seeking the best energy solution for your company. Well, let Satori Energy guide the way. Find out more at satorienergy.com. Chris Vartanian has it teed up on the left hash mark of the 35-yard line. He does the kicking for the Washington University Bears, and back deep to receive Sylvia Campbell and Alex Jarvis. The homecoming crowd getting whipped up into a frenzy early here this afternoon. The run up by Vartanian and the kick, and we are underway. Jarvis will take at his own 10, up the far hash mark to the 20, breaks it out to the numerals, 30, 35, and tripped up across the 35 at the 37-yard line. Getting there for the Bears on special teams was Cole Oakman, a senior out of Stevenson High School. Offensively for the Firebirds, it will be Bryce Lowe at quarterback. His third game of the season, 6 for 13, 59 yards, and his first start of the season. Again, Christian Beltran out with an upper body injury. They'll go with 4 receivers and a single back on first down from the 37, moving right to left. And Bryce Lowe steps up, delivers, going high, looking for Sylvia Campbell across midfield, and it's broken up incomplete. Looking for Sylvia Campbell that time on the coverage back there was Brad Hamilton, the corner for Washington U. Sets up a 2nd and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Sylvia Campbell, Alex Jarvis, Jordan Wiles, and Clayton Marquette are the receivers for Carthage here today. The running back will be Ray Gallardo, the sophomore to Richmond Burton, and he will get the call here. No, check that. That is a new running back, Takumi Fred, getting the start today. We were expecting Ray Gallardo. It was Takumi Fred, stuffed for no gain. Jonathan Smith, the junior nose guard, able to bring him down for no gain, brings up 3rd and 10 for the Firebirds. 3 receivers to the near side. Campbell, the single receiver to the right. Bears showing blitz. Lowe takes the snap. 3-man rush. Scrambles to his right, gets to the numerals right side, dumps it away. It's broken up incomplete. Tried to dump it out to the sideline. Matthew Schmell, the outside linebacker, was there to knock it out of bounds and away. So bring up 4th down, a 3 and out for the Firebirds on their first offensive set. Eric Enkowitz will come in to punt. Check that. This will be Sylvia Campbell doing the punting here for Carthage. A little change here. So Campbell, the sophomore wide receiver, in as a punter. Gets off an end-over-end kick. It's returnable. This is Colin Goldberg out across the 30, 35, and driven back there. Getting down, first man down for the Firebirds that time on special teams, Josh Bilodeau, the sophomore out of Elk Grove High School. So our first look offensively for Washington U, 13:58 to play first quarter. No score here in Kenosha. Matt Rush at quarterback. Kenneth Hamilton will be the tailback. Receivers will be Colin Goldberg, Colin Hoitaya, Toby Clark, and Tom Peters. 3 receivers to the left side for Rush on first down. And he'll dump it out, wide receiver screen, completes it out there to the far side. Goldberg down the far sideline, out of bounds near the 48-yard line. Should be enough for a first down. It's a gain of 11 on the play. Just a quick snap throw that time to the left side, and kind of a bubble screen to that short boundary to that left side as that play snapped off the left hash mark. They go hurry up, no huddle. Again, Rush with time, gets it away, completes the pass over the middle to the far side. Catch is made by Cole Oakman, the wide receiver. Oakman, the senior out of Stevenson High School. So 2 quick pass plays. They're into Carthage territory at the Firebird 43-yard line. 1st and 10. First running play of the game, and this will go to Hamilton. Tries the corner on the left side, getting a couple before he's knocked out of bounds, maybe a yard. Let's see where they mark it here. They'll mark it back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. It'll bring up a 2nd and 6 upcoming here for Washington University. Again, they go no huddle. They don't muddle huddle. They don't get any huddle. They just get right to the line of scrimmage and snap the football. That will be key here today. Carthage trying to get their substitutions in. We'll talk more about that as the game progresses. 4-man rush here as Rush drops back. Now under pressure, and down he goes at the 45-yard line. Getting in there was Chris DeVito. The leading tackler in the CCIW gets the first sack of the day for the Carthage Firebirds. They rushed for DeVito, a late blitz, and he came in and was able to take down the quarterback rush as the pocket started to collapse. A loss back to the 45-yard line. 3rd and about 13. Rush with time. Over the middle, juggles, bobbled, and dropped incomplete. It was a triple deflection that time. The receiver had it for a moment. Colin Hoitaya. And Hoita had it knocked out of his hand. It went straight up in the air. A Carthage defender was near that football. He could not come up with it, and it fell to the turf, bringing up 4th down. So the Carthage defense able to stabilize here, get a stop. Alex Jarvis standing at his 10-yard line awaiting the punt. Fair catch signaled for. It will drift into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Carthage ball at the 20-yard line, just under 12 minutes to go here in our first quarter. A scoreless first quarter here at Carthage College. The football team would like to thank Mason's Eatery and Pub for providing breakfast this morning for the team. Delivered a nice breakfast burrito with hash browns and fruit. You can have a great breakfast at Mason's Eatery and Pub as well. Stop in Mason's Eatery and Pub, Highway 50, Highway 31 in Kenosha. Just under 12 minutes to go, first quarter, scoreless here. Carthage, their second possession. They will hand it off. And it's Takumi Fred with the carry. Takes it out across the 20 to about the 23-yard line for a gain of 3. Offensive line for Carthage here this afternoon. Mihailo Milutinovic at left tackle. Omar Roberts at left guard. Adam Gilmeister is the center. Matt Johnson at right guard. And Ryan Lakin is the right tackle. Clayton Markech is the tight end. You'll see him in there quite a bit along with Kyle Williamson sharing that position. 2nd down and 7 from the 23. Low, quick snap, quick toss. Jarvis catch on the near side. Line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Not to be fooled defensively was Sam Matichek. The senior, already with 2 interceptions this year, was right on track with Jarvis. Gain of about 2 out to the 25-yard line makes it a 3rd and 5 for the Firebirds. Again, the quick passing game, trying to get the ball in the hands of the skill players. Jarvis being one of them, Campbell the other. Campbell single coverage here on the near side, press coverage here on the near side. Now they drop back. Low with time, steps into it, over the middle. Diving grab by Gibson Groves across midfield into Washington territory at the bare 47-yard line. What a throw by Bryce Lowe, stepped up into the pocket, made a nice delivery. And Gibson Groves, the senior, his 2nd reception of the year. It's a big one and a first down. He was lined up in a slot to the right side, just came across on a slant route. Lowe had clear vision, able to step into that throw and fire a strike. Firebirds now on a jet sweep, and Sylvia Campbell tripped up in the backfield. We're going to see a little bit more of that today. Gus Christensen, the outside linebacker, there to make the play for the Bears. It'll be a loss back to the Carthage 47-yard line. Thirty-yard pass completion set them up, and now this is Takumi Fred breaking tackles across midfield, spinning inside the 45 and down to the 44-yard line. Takumi Fred able to make the nice run that time, brought down by Kiran Kanjar, the safety for Washington University. Gets some yardage back here, makes it a 3rd and 8 now. At the Wash U 44, they'll work the left hash mark going right to left here in this first quarter. 3 receivers to the right. Campbell, the single receiver, near side. They'll go to Campbell on a slant. He makes the catch. Buried inside the 40, still on his feet to the 30-yard line. Stretching it for more. That's what I mean. Sylvia Campbell is a tough hombre. 6'2", 220, a sophomore. Leads the team in receptions coming into the game with 10. His catch radius is so huge, you just throw it in the area, he's going to get it. He had a defender draped all over him that time and was able to haul it in. Kiran Kanjar needed some help to finally bring him down. Gain of 14, first down at the 30-yard line for the Firebirds. 8.5 minutes to go in a scoreless first quarter. Play action now. Lowe going to swing it out, dumps it out far side, and it's dropped. It was thrown low and intended for Jordan Wiles, the wide receiver. First target of the day to Wiles, and it goes incomplete. Marquette will come in now as a tight end. Sylvia Campbell back in as a wide receiver for the Firebirds. 2nd and 10 from the Bear 30-yard line. Gallardo in at running back now for the Firebirds. They're going to toss it out near side. Campbell makes the catch at the 25-yard line. Brought down by Brad Hamilton, the corner here on the near side on press coverage that time. So again, if you're going to get 5 yards on those quick outs, that's as good as a running play as far as Carthage is concerned. 3rd and 5 now for the Firebirds. Carthage 2 for 3 on 3rd downs already this afternoon. Peter Orlandino, the tight end, in motion. Let's swing it near side to Jarvis. Jarvis makes the catch, fights his way forward to about the 22-yard line for a gain of 3. Brought down on the play. Matthew Schmall, the outside linebacker, there to make the stop. And now a decision here for the Firebirds, whether to go for it or bring the field goal unit on. And it looks like they're going to go double tight end and go for it here. All 3 tight ends, as a matter of fact, in there now. Orlandino, along with Clayton Marquette and Kyle Williamson. They'll go double wing, the old wing T here. Takumi Fred, the single back, high snap. Lowe brings it down, tosses it far side. Campbell goes up, makes the grab at the 10-yard line. Climbing the ladder, able to haul it down with a defender draped all over him. Sylvia Campbell with a nice reception to the near sideline at the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Carthage. He was lined up as the single receiver, just a simple fade route, inside shoulder pass. And it was Campbell who able to go up and get it and make the play. 1st and goal, Firebirds, 6:45 to go here in the first. And it's a Wildcat snap going to Takumi Fred, and he'll run it inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line. Check that, it was Gallardo taking the direct snap that time for the Firebirds. Gain of about 3. Bryce Lowe back in there at quarterback. Jarvis will check back in. Gallardo comes out. New running back for the Firebirds will be Takumi Fred. Different package here. They've got an eagle package, a lion package, elephant package, turtle package. For whatever that's worth. Fred lined up on the left side of the quarterback low. He'll get the call going right side. Flag on the play, however, at the snap. We will have our first penalty of the afternoon.
There is a penalty marker on the play.
Ryan Sherman is our referee today.
Offside, defense, number 11, in the neutral zone at the snap, 5 yards from the previous spot, down. Correction, second down.
Andrew Dotson, a sophomore defensive back, lining up in the neutral zone. So that'll move the football to the 3-yard line, making it second and goal. Jarvis and Campbell lined up here in the near side. Jarvis in a slot here to the near side. Wiles, the receiver, to the right side. Jarvis now in motion to the right. And he'll hand it off, and Gallardo clipped up right in the backfield. Beautifully read defensively that time by Dalton Bingham, the inside linebacker. There'll be a loss back to the 7, make it the 8-yard line. So a loss of 6 on the play here.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
So 3rd and goal from the 8 for the Firebirds. 5:25 to go here in the first quarter. Second possession for the Firebirds. And they've hit the red zone, the Texas Roadhouse red zone here this afternoon. Low with time. Goes back, low throw. And it goes incomplete. Looking for Wiles. It was thrown low. Nearly picked off, and the field goal unit will come on. Wiles was trying to camp down in the end zone, lost his footing. So he couldn't dive forward to try and scoop that ball before it hit the turf. Ankowitz will come on. Eric Ankowitz, a freshman now. 0 for 2 in the field goal department. This will be a 25-yarder just inside the left hash mark. Good snap, good spot. Kick is away, and the kick is good. Carthage with points on their second drive, going 14 plays, 72 yards, and it was capped off by the 25-yard field goal by Ankevich, the kicker, his first field goal as a Carthaginian. So a nice drive. Carthage able to convert a couple of third downs on this drive. The big play, the 30-yard pass play to Gibson Groves over the middle into Wash U territory. Gets points here for the Firebirds. They come away with 3 and lead it by a score of 3-0. Other games going on today in the CCIW. You got North Park at Milliken, a 1 o'clock kick. Elmhurst at number 1 ranked North Central this afternoon at 1 o'clock. And a very intriguing game down in Bloomington today. Illinois Wesleyan hosting Carroll. We're going to see if Carroll's 2-0 start is for real. They blew out their first 2 opponents, Wisconsin Lutheran College in the non-conference, and then shut out North Park last week. So we'll see if Carroll truly is one of the dark horse teams in the CCIW this season. And later on tonight in Wheaton, 6 o'clock kick. It'll be, or at Augustana, I should say, Wheaton at Augustana. And Kavich kicks it to the sideline and out of bounds. Just makes it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Not good. Looks like it went off the side of his foot. They'll spot it at the 35-yard line.
Kick out of bounds. Kicking team, 43. 5 yards from the kicking spot. We will re-kick.
Oh, we're going to re-kick? Okay.
5-yard penalty against
We'll make Ankovich kick it again from the 30-yard line instead of taking the yardage. That's interesting.
Goldberg and Lampier deep.
Aaron Keene, the second-year head coach. taking over for Larry Kinebaum, who retired over 200 victories in his collegiate career, one of the best at the Division III level. Coach Kinebaum on as an assistant coach, helping out with this team. So this time the kick will come from the 30. Goldberg and Ware are deep. Again, kick to the near sideline. Catch is made here by the return man. Up the near side, breaks it out to the middle of the field across the 35, moving the pile out to the 40-yard line. Trayton Lamphere on the return out to the 40-yard line. So about would have had it at the 35 with that 5-yard penalty. They'd get it at the 40. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. A 3-0 lead for the Firebirds. 15 plays, 72-yard drive capped off by a 15-yard field goal by Ankovich. Our scoring drives brought to you by Waukegan Tire. I will hand it off. Cutting back toward the middle and running right into defensive player that time. The running back, Kenneth Hamilton.
Ware on the carry.
Check that was Fred Ware. His second carry today, gain of about 2, 2nd and 8 upcoming. With time, Rush now scrambling. And Rush fumbles the football. It's loose at midfield, but Washington University comes up with it. Big hit on the play by Garrett Warner, jarred the ball loose from Rush. And it was one of the linemen that was able to fall on it.
Rush on the carry.
Coughed it up near midfield. They recover at their own 49-yard line. It'll be a yard shy of the first down, bringing up 3rd down for the Bears. Where the single back, 3 receivers with a receiver in motion here to the near side. Now resets to the left side. Ware moving to the right side of the quarterback rush. Carthage with a blitz. Rush scrambling to his right. Coming to the near sideline. First down across midfield and out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Chased out of there that time by Jake Tomzak, the safety for the Carthage Firebirds, but not before he picks up 12 yards and a first down. 1st and 10 Bears at the Carthage 40-yard line. 3:25 to go here in the quarter. Carthage up by a score of 3-0. Deepest drive of the game here for WashU, coming on their 2nd possession of the day to the Carthage 40-yard line. Swings it out near side, pass completed. Number 14, that is Cole Oakman. Oakman's a senior, Lincolnshire, Illinois. Gain of about 5 on the play to the Carthage 35. 2nd and 5. Again, 3 receivers to the left side. Single receiver to the near side is Colin Goldberg. Where the running back lines up off the right hip of Rush. A quick pass to the near side, dumps it out complete. Goldberg with the catch, spins inside the 25 and taken down near the 20-yard line. There for the Firebirds was Trey Mitchell. Mitchell on the corner today. Another freshman at the corner on the other side will be Evan Bridges today. We'll see if they start picking on him a little bit. They have reached the Carthage 20-yard line. Gain of 15 on the play on the completion. 1st and 10 Bears at the Carthage 20. Rush, quick drop with time, going left side, and it's incomplete. Looking for Hoyta. The junior was covered on the play by Evan Bridges. So again, they were looking that freshman way. Bridges getting the start today ahead of Ethan Foster. That boundary corner position. 2nd down and 10. Clock stopped. 1:59 to go here in this first quarter. Rush 4 for 6 for 41 yards today, including a sack. 2x2 the receivers here. They'll hand it off. Ware up the middle. Ware inside the 15 down to the Carthage 12-yard line.
Ware on the carry.
Mutterer was there along with Josh Billadu.
By Graves and Bildu.
They go quick snap back to Ware around the right side. Ware stopped near the 10-yard line. May have enough for the first down. Chris DeVito was there.
Carry. Brought down by DeVito.
Let's see where they mark it.
Gain of a couple for a Bears first
And
down.
they will give them the first down at the 10-yard line. So it'll be first and goal for the Bears. Carthage defense, not good. Red zone defense. 15 of 16 teams are in the red zone, including 13 touchdowns in the first two games. From the 10, Rush with time, delivers right side, completes to Goldberg, wrapped up at the 6-yard line, shoved out of bounds by DeVito.
Rush's pass is
DeVito helping out Trey Mitchell that time in the coverage.
gain of 4 on the play. Second and goal from the
Mark him out at the 6-yard line for a pickup of 4. Sets up second and goal there. 45 seconds to play in the quarter. Where the tailback now lines up left side of the quarterback rush. He will get the call going right. Inside the 5, powers his way to the 1-yard line where he is stopped there just shy of the goal line.
Ware on the carry.
DeVito and Tomzak both there. It'll bring up a third and goal. They get to the line quickly, ready to snap it. It'll be Ware again, trying to get outside. Stood up, but second effort fell forward across the goal line for the touchdown. DeVito got him low. Tomzak hit him high. And somehow Ware bounced off both tackles into the end zone for the touchdown. So Ware pounds it in. And Wash U takes their first lead of the afternoon, 6-3. Chris Vartanian out of California for the extra point. Kick is away, and the kick is good. Line drive kick made it in. 12 plays, 60 yards this afternoon on that drive for the Washington University Bears, and they score the touchdown. Fred Rare, a 1-yard touchdown run. Again, all of our scoring drive updates brought to you by Waukegan Tire, offering largest selection of quality tire brands, custom wheels, and automotive surfaces. For over 55 years, you can count on Waukegan Tire, 3 locations, Washington Street, Park City, South Green Bay Road in Waukegan, and on Belvedere Road in Grays Lake, and coming soon to Kenosha. "60-yard drive late here in this first quarter with 8 seconds remaining. Wash U answers the Carthage field goal. And this is a team averaging better than 50 points per game. Carthage giving up more than 50 points per game. Jarvis and Campbell standing back to receive this kick from Vartanian. Jarvis will let this bounce into the end zone for the touchback. Carthage ball at the 25-yard line. Bryce Lowe getting the call today at quarterback. We mentioned that Christian Beltran, an upper body injury sustained last week against North Central, got on the practice field Thursday, still didn't feel comfortable, and so offensive coordinator Nubis Padai said, we're going to go with Bryce Lowe. Lowe, of course, last year had quite a debut. Started the first 3 conference games, won all 3. So he has some history here of directing some Carthage success. Drops back to pass here on first down, and he's going to be sacked. Brought down on the play by Nate Light, the defensive lineman, a sophomore, and that will run out the clock here in this first quarter. One quarter in the books here in Kenosha, homecoming for Carthage, and it's the Bears leading the Firebirds by a score of 7-3. You're listening to Carthage football on AM 1050 WLIP.
Fans, please direct your attention near the north end zone and help us in welcoming the 10 new members and their families of the Carthage Athletics Hall of Fame class of 2022.
Firebird football brought to you today by Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha, located on Highway 50 just east of I-94. Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha. Well, between the quarters, Carthage honoring their inductees into the Carthage College Athletic Hall of Fame, and we will talk more about that coming up at halftime. Introduce you to the members, the newest members of the Carthage Athletic Hall of Fame. That'll be coming up at halftime of today's game. Loss of 7 on that sack to end the first quarter, so a 2nd and 17 for the Firebirds, now moving left to right here in this second quarter. Ball at the 18-yard line. Double tight end in there for Carthage. Marquette on the left side and Williamson to the right side here. And now Marquette comes over. Double tight end here to the near side. They will hand it off. Gallardo trying to run up the left side. Looking a little power that time and not much there. That was Takumi Fred, number 30 there on the carry.
Brought down by Schroeder.
No gain on the play.
Gain of a yard on the play. It's 3rd and 16.
Kyle Schroeder, the safety, stepping up to make that play for Wash U. And Lowe steps up, delivers near side. Jordan Wiles going out of bounds with it. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. Nicely done. Kept his footing at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 18 and a first down. Bryce Lowe slinging it out near side to Jordan Wiles. Had time to bring up 4th and 1, and once again, Riverboat Dustin going to roll the dice here. Head coach Dustin Haas going to go for it here on 4th down. Tight formation, double tight end, I formation behind the quarterback Low. And they will hand it off, try and run it, and they don't get it. Big surge by the Washington University defense, just shredded the offensive line for Carthage, and Gallardo had no chance.
No gain on the play. Washington takes over.
Slow to develop. It was like a
34-yard line.
big push of white jerseys across that line of scrimmage, and it's been a problem for Carthage as we get into deeper into games. They just, offensive line just not firing off. Golden opportunity here for the Bears. They will get it at the Carthage 34-yard line, and Rush going to go deep here on the first play, and in and out of the receiver's hands. He got deep, got behind the Carthage defense. Zach Ginsburg, the intended target. A ball went right through his hands as he just released off the double coverage.
Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been 6. Again, they get to the line. They're ready to go. Hamilton in there now at running back. They fake the handoff, swing it out far side, completing the pass
Rush's pass
to
is complete to
Oakman. be close to a first down. Looks like he'll be a yard short. Jake Tomczak was there to make the stop. So 3rd and 1 upcoming here for the Bears, who are 3 for 4 on 3rd downs this afternoon.
It's 3rd down.
3rd and 1. Hamilton will get the first down inside the 25 down to the 22-yard line.
Hamilton on the carry.
Making the play for Carthage. Marlon Sam, good to see him out there. He's been battling an ankle injury. In now defensively for Carthage. Both he and DeVito made that stop, but not before Hamilton picked up the first down at the Carthage 22-yard line. 1st and 10, 3 receivers near side. Quick dump out to Hamilton, the running back, out of the backfield down the near sideline. Cuts it back at the 5, goal line, touchdown. Made it look easy as Rush just swung it out to the backfield to Hamilton, Kenneth Hamilton. And Wash U adds to their lead now, up 13-3. Marlon Sam out there along with Tomczak. It was Tomczak who fell down trying to step up and make that play, and that allowed the running back to make his way in. Vartanian's kick for the extra point is up, and it is good. 14-3. Carthage decision to go for it on 4th down blows up in their face. As they march, the Bears march down in 4 plays, 34 yards. And the touchdown strike rush to Hamilton, 22 yards out. Again, our scoring drives brought to you by Waukegan Tire. 3 locations in Lake County. Washington Street in Park City, South Green Bay Road in Waukegan, Belvedere Road in Grays Lake, and a new location coming to Kenosha soon. That's Waukegan Tire. Game today also brought to you by Mason's Eatery and Pub, located on Highway 50 and Green Bay Road in Kenosha, and by Triangle Flooring Furniture and Appliance Center. Open today till 5. That's Triangle Flooring Furniture and Appliances, 3813 Roosevelt Road, online at triangleapplianceandflooring.com. Well, after taking a 3-0 lead, 14 unanswered now by the Bears. Still early, 12:41 to go here in this first half. Jarvis will let this kick skip into the end zone for the 3rd touchback in as many attempts by Vartanian today. So it'll be Firebird ball at their own 25-yard line. Let's check some scores from around the league in some of the early games today. Carroll on top of Illinois Wesleyan 14-0 down in Bloomington late first quarter. North Central 28-0 lead first quarter on Elmhurst. And Milliken leading North Park 7-0 down in Decatur early second quarter. Fred the running back, Williamson the tight end in motion. Now resets and the handoff goes to Takumi Fred. Picks his way up the middle across the 25 out to about the 28-yard line where he is stacked up there. Off the bottom of the pile for the Bears. El Kashabop, the junior out of Imperial, Missouri. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. Low with time. Comes back near side. Wiles with the catch, but rolled out of bounds near the 34-yard line. Going to be short of the first down. Kyle Schrader getting over there quickly. So another critical 3rd down. Carthage 2 for 6 on 3rd down conversions today. 3rd and 1 from their own 34-yard line. 4 receivers and a single back for the Firebirds. The give is to Takumi Fred. Second effort, should have enough for the first down at the 35-yard line. Just lowered his head, tried to move the pile, and got in there for the first down conversion. And that's been a struggle offensively this year for Carthage. Just 20% conversion rate on third downs coming into the game here today. They're now 4 for 8 this afternoon. So a fresh set of downs at their own 35-yard line. 11 minutes to play, first half, trailing 14-3. Marquette, the tight end, in motion, realigns left side. This is Fred again trying to get the edge here on the right side, and he is tackled up immediately. Good open field tackle that time here on the near side by Kiernan Conjar. Gain of about 3 sets up second down and 7 as Jarvis will check back in along with Gibson Groves. Groves with that nice 30-yard reception on that field goal drive, the second possession for Carthage today. 3 receivers to the left for the Firebirds. Campbell, the single receiver here to the near side. He will be double covered. Now Lowe on the run, has some running room, will slide just across the 41-yard line. Sent everybody out that left the middle of the field open, and Bryce Lowe took advantage of it, able to sprint out to the 41-yard line before sliding down. Gain of 3, so it'll bring up a third and a good 4 yards here for the Firebirds. 9:50 to play here in our first half. Carthage trailing 14-3. Facing a 3rd and 4 from their own 41-yard line. Lowe working from the pistol. Has time, delivers. Wiles with the catch, breaks a tackle at the Bear 45. And inside the 45 to the 44-yard line is Jordan Wiles. Just a quick slant. Wiles lined up in a slot here on the near side. Able to angle his way toward the left, toward the middle of the field, made the catch, and a first down for the Firebirds. I'll tell you one thing, though, today, so far the Carthage offensive line has given their quarterback some time to throw. First 2 games against Albion and North Central, that was not the case, especially last week. Cardinals coming away with 6 sacks last week. So a better job protecting the quarterback. 1st and 10 Firebirds at the Bear 44-yard line. Lowe now under pressure, able to move to his right, throwing right, and will throw it away, incomplete. Nearest receiver was Sylvere Campbell for the Firebirds. Good decision on the part of Lowe. There was nothing there, and a couple of defenders, one bearing down from behind, the other coming up. Lowe made the right decision that time to throw it away. Orlandino in now as a tight end for the Firebirds. He will line up on the left side, now will realign to the right side. Jarvis and Ware here to the near side. It's a bubble screen to Jarvis, and the Bears had it read well. 3 players able to beat both Orlandino, the tight end, and Ware, who were supposed to set up the block to the outside linebacker and corner. Also late getting out there was the pulling guard, Johnson. So the Bears blow up that play for a loss back to the Washington University 47-yard line. Brings up 3rd and 14 for the Firebirds. 3-man rush. They'll dump it out of the backfield, complete the pass to Gallardo, but he is submarined at the 45-yard line. Good open field tackle by Gus Christensen, the outside linebacker on that right side defense for the Bears. Able to trip up Gallardo for a gain of 2, bringing up 4th down, and the punting unit coming on for Carthage. Sylvere Campbell punted on the first attempt. He will be back there again. And Kavich was listed as both the punter and kicker again this week, but it's been Sylvere Campbell punting. This will be a catch made by Goldberg across the 10, 15, out to the 20. Makes it to the 21-yard line before he is swarmed under there.
Goldberg returns for 12 yards, brought down by Betts. Bears take over 1st and 10
Getting down on special teams for the Firebirds was Betts. And so it'll be Washington University ball at their own 21-yard line. 7:20 to go here in this first half. They have scored 14 unanswered and lead at 14-3. Rush will dump it out through the hands of Goldberg, incomplete. Trying to line up for a catch behind the line of scrimmage. Chris DeVito had it read well. He was out there defensively. I think Goldberg saw 6 in black coming in full speed. Took his eye off the ball that time. Second and 10, they'll bring 3 receivers to the near side. Single back in the backfield, single receiver to the right. Working from the pistol. Quick drop, quick throw, completes the pass far side. Gabe Sirik with the catch. Wrestled down by Mitchell near the 30-yard line. Gain of about 8 on the play. 2 yards shy of the first down, bring up a 3rd and 2. Bears 4 for 5 on 3rd down conversions today. Defense looking for a stop. Carthage rushing 4. Now movement at the snap. Carthage was offside. Free play. They'll throw down the far sideline, and it is a catch or not? What is it? I'm still waiting for a signal here. Goldberg made the catch at the 46-yard, make it the 36-yard line of the Firebirds. We did have a penalty flag on the play at the line of scrimmage. I believe Carthage jumped the neutral zone. Somehow Goldberg made that catch. We're taking another look on the replay. That looked like an incompletion. Looked like the ball hit the turf and rolled into the shoulder of the receiver. Break for the Bears. Should have been an incomplete pass. They'll take it at the Carthage 36-yard line, decline the offside penalty on the Firebirds. Rush again. Looking for that far side, has a man wide open. Inside the 10, makes the catch at the 5 and out of bounds at the 3. Cole Oakman. And they get right to the line of scrimmage. Carthage not able to substitute here. And will be forced to take a timeout on defense. And again, it's communication. That's the one word that has been used all week on defense. Carthage, the defense, got players standing around looking for a signal for defense, defensive call, and confusion led to a wide open Oakman on a circle route down the far sideline. And that was the focal point of practice this week with the defense. Better communication, both from the sideline and the players on the field. I think Mike Muelling, the defensive coordinator, harping about that in the walkthrough today about communicate. So it'll be 1st and goal, Washington U, following the Carthage timeout. Again, that's what they do. They hustle to the line of scrimmage. Kind of, Tim Rux used to have a name for that. Called it a NASCAR offense. You just keep racing to the line and snapping the ball. 1st and goal, Wash U inside the Carthage 5. Rush drops back, looks to throw. Contact, catch made at the pylon. Touchdown. Goldberg bounces off the contact by Trey Mitchell and makes the touchdown grab. 20 unanswered by Wash U, leading it now by a score of 20-3. Just a simple fade route to the back pylon, far right side of the end zone. And Goldberg made the catch. And Vartanian on for the extra point.
Vartanian to try the point after. Sirik to hold.
Sirik will hold. A good snap, ball down, kick on the way, and it is good. 6:09 to go here in the first half. Washington University has ripped off 21 consecutive points and lead it now by a score of 21-3. 7-3. 6 plays, 81 yards. Goldberg, 3-yard touchdown reception. His first touchdown grab, second touchdown pass thrown by Rush today. Rush 11 of 15, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 sack today. And Goldberg, his main target, 5 receptions, 68 yards, and a touchdown so far today. They have rolled up 190 yards so far here in this first half. Carthage defense giving up 567 yards per game, 55 points per game. Coming into the game with just 2 sacks, however, they have one here today. But unable to make the plays when they need to, as the kick will go to Jarvis at the 15, cuts to his left across the 20 and tripped up near the 25-yard line. In on special teams, it was Hoyta playing special teams for WashU, able to trip him up, chop him down at the ankles.
Returns for 11 yards. Carthage takes over. First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
It'll be Carthage ball at the 26-yard line, just over 6 minutes to go here in this first half. A couple of road games await the Firebirds here in the next 2 weeks. They'll be at Elmhurst next week, Langhorst Field, and then the following week at North Park. We'll have all the action here on 1050 WLIP beginning at 1 o'clock next Saturday afternoon. Pregame at 12:45. First down pass looking for Jordan Wiles here on the near side. Comes incomplete. Low today, 12 of 18 for 93 yards. Starting ahead of Christian Beltran, held out of the game today with an upper body injury sustained in the loss last week to North Central. 2nd and 10 from the 26. Lowe takes the snap, hands it off to Kumi Fred, met behind the line of scrimmage and chopped down back at the 25-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1. Once again, the defensive line into the offensive backfield in a hurry. And quickly 3rd and 10 for the Firebirds. Blitz coming, Lowe in trouble, dumps it out to the flat. Catch is made. Ian McGee making the catch at running back for the Firebirds, but well short of the first down. Actually lost yardage back to the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 and a 4th down for the Firebirds. Again, if the Firebirds need to get yardage on first down, they can't fall behind the chains. That's been a problem all year long and haunted them here on this drive. First 2 plays getting nothing. Now you're just sitting in the hands of the defense. They're going to rush 10 here on Sylvere Campbell, his 3rd punt this afternoon. End over end punt that will take a Carthage bounce inside the 30, rolling inside the 20. And will roll dead out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Good punt by Sylvere Campbell. With the roll, unofficially, that's a 63-yard punt. So it'll be WashU ball at their own 15-yard line. 4:31 to play in the half. Up 21-3. Play fake. Little dart on a slant route here, complete to the near side. Sliding cash by Hoyta. 6'2", 194 junior. That is his first reception today. And a quick 13 yards and a first down out to the 27-yard line. And the movement there as the wide receiver here on the near side jumped the neutral zone. That was Hoyta.
False start. Offense number 4. 5-yard penalty. remains first down.
Second penalty of the day on Wash U.
5-yard penalty against the Bears will be first and 15 from their
So
own
first and
23-yard
15
line.
now for Washington University at their own 23-yard line. Hamilton the single back in the backfield. Rush wants to throw, comes back near side, in and out of the hands of Hoyta, incomplete. Trey Mitchell and Chris DeVito covering Hoyta that time. Hit both hands and could not bring it in. Second and 15, clock stopped, 3:52 remaining here in this first half. Defense could use a stop here. Well, Carthage will stack the line of scrimmage. 6 men in the box. DeVito will back out, as will Pettit, the linebacker. Now DeVito steps back in the A-gap. Play clock down to 5 here as Rush gets the snap. Drops back, will swing it to out of the backfield. The catch is made by Freddie Ware. Penalty flag thrown on the play. This might be coming back for a holding call. Was behind the line of scrimmage.
Holding. Offense number 74. That penalty is declined. Third down.
Carthage will decline the penalty, sets up 3rd and 15. Third penalty of the day on the Bears. Now the official stopping play here. They're going to respot the football. At the 25. So 3rd and 13. 3 receivers to the right. Hoyta, the single receiver, here to the near side. Fred Ware, the tailback, lines up off the right hip of the quarterback. Rush takes the snap. 4-man rush by Carthage with plenty of time. Rush delivers a ball complete to Goldberg over the middle at the 40, out to the 45, where he is brought down there. Carthage playing zone that time. He just camped out in the middle, made his cut at the 40-yard line toward the inside of the hash marks, able to make the catch and take it out to the 45 for the first down. Gain of 12 on the play. Hands it off. Ware nearly had it stripped as he steps out of a tackle across midfield into Carthage territory down to the Firebird 46-yard line. 9-yard pickup by Ware. Chris Gutierrez able to make the play defensively for the Firebirds, but sets up 2nd and short. Toby Clark will line up in a slot right side along with Goldberg. Hoyta, the single back here. They'll go with a tight end in the backfield here. Wing left. Fake the handoff. Rush throws it out looking for Goldberg. Got a hand on it but could not haul it in. Incomplete. Evan Bridges, the freshman, out there in coverage for the Firebirds. Goldberg again, much like Sylvere Campbell. He's a receiver that if you can get it in his neighborhood, he's going to haul it in. Big catch radius, as they say. Once again, 3rd down and short for Washington University. They're 6 for 7 on 3rd downs today. 2 by 2, the receiving core here for the Bears. Ball spotted at the Carthage 48-yard line. Rush gets the snap, will hand it off. And Ware, nowhere to go. Brought down for a loss back at the 49-yard line. Good play defensively by the Firebirds, and the nickelback, Garrett Warner, the junior, able to take him down. Warner 2nd on the team in tackles coming into the game today. So 4th down at midfield, and it would appear Washington University going to go for it. Minute 50 remaining. And now Carthage will take the timeout defensively. Their 2nd timeout of the afternoon. So that will stop play with $1:48 remaining. Wash U facing a 4th down and 4 from midfield. Second quarter in Bloomington now. Carroll continues to lead Illinois Wesleyan 14-0. Second quarter in Naperville. North Central 35, Elmhurst nothing. Elmhurst -8 rushing yards today. Milliken on top of North Park 13-7 late second quarter. Lipkin a touchdown reception today for the Big Blue. Again, they've held North Park to just 9 yards rushing in that ball game. Punting unit comes out here for the Bears. Grishik, the freshman punter. High snap, gets it down, and gets it away. Line drive kick. Jarvis will let it bounce inside the 5. It will roll dead at the 4. Tough for Jarvis to try and field that one. Traffic bearing down, opted to get out of the way, so it'll be Carthage ball inside its own 5-yard line. Minute 35 to play in the half. Carthage jumped out to a 3-0 lead on their second possession of the game, a 25-yard field goal. But since then, Washington University with 21 unanswered. Firebirds with little to nothing to show on offense since that second drive. Jarvis, Ware, and Grove split to the near side. Campbell to the far side. Takumi Fred, the running back, left hip of Bryce Lowe, the quarterback. Quick toss, complete to Campbell on a slant, makes the catch across the 20 and loses his lid as he hits the turf. He'll have to come out for one play. Let's make sure Campbell's okay. Made the catch and took a rough tumble down to the turf. So Campbell has to come out for one play with the helmet coming off. That might be good there to kind of get himself back to reality here. Gain of 9 on the catch by Campbell. 2nd and 1 here for the Firebirds. Pump fake, now Lowe sprints out to his right. Gonna cut it upfield. He'll dart his way out of bounds as he was flushed out that time. Jamel Streeter chasing Lowe that time. But Lowe will pick up the first down out at the just shy of the 25-yard line. Wanted to throw that one to the left side in the last second, pulled it back, then started to take off to his right. Takumi Fred is running back, trying to get some separation, but Lowe elected to keep it himself, got the first down. Lowe now in trouble. Down he goes inside the 20-yard line. Sack on the play by Nolan Schmidt. 6'1", 229-pound junior. That is the second sack of Bryce Lowe today. And a timeout taken here by Washington University. They want that football back. Minute 3 to go. And a pair of road games coming up for the Firebirds. Next week, they're at Elmhurst, Langhorst Field, taking on the Elmhurst University Blue Jays. Our coverage begins at 12:45 next Saturday afternoon. 2 weeks from today, we'll be at the Holmgren Athletic Complex in Chicago, just east of that famous intersection of Foster and Kedzie. Carthage football against North Park. Again, our coverage beginning at 12:45, so a pair of road games. 4 of the next 5, make it 5 of the next 6 on the road for the Firebirds. Lowe again pumps left, comes back right, swings it out to Garado out of the backfield, and he is belted to the sideline just across the 25-yard line. Stops the clock with 58 seconds remaining. And we'll spot it. A gain of 6 back to the 26-yard line is where they will mark it. Carthage facing another third down where they are 4 for 10 today. Third will call it 8. Lowe takes the snap. Slant looking for Wiles, and it's thrown incomplete. Overled Wiles by about 2 steps that time. Otherwise, that could have been a big play, at least enough for a first down. Incompletion stops the clock, so Carthage forced to punt here. And Sylvia Campbell, who's been doing the punting today, will drop back to punt. Campbell, 3 punts, a 44-yard average. A long of 63 today. Goldberg standing inside his own 45-yard line. Good snap to Campbell. Gets off a high spiraling kick. Goldberg signaled for and made the fair catch. Just outside the 35, actually brought it down at the 34-yard line, and that's where they will spot the football. 47 seconds to go here in this first half. Carthage, well, they moved the football well on their second drive, and since then, not been able to sustain drives. Need to make some adjustments going into the second half. 4-man rush here for the Firebirds off first down. Rush takes the snap. Now pocket collapses. He'll scramble up the middle across the 40 to the 45 and brought down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11 and a first down in the scramble by the quarterback, Matt Rush. They get to the line of scrimmage quickly here. Set to snap, and they do. Rush gets it away, completes to Hoyta. Hoyta makes the catch across midfield and out of bounds. Tackled there by Bridges, I should say, Evan Bridges. Gain of 10 and another first down for Washington University. Getting out of bounds and stopping the clock with 25 seconds to play. They'll spot it at the Carthage 48. Make it the Carthage 43-yard line. First and 10, Wash U. Rush with time. Over the middle, completes to the running back, Kenneth Hamilton. He is brought down immediately near the 40-yard line. Chris DeVito was there defensively for the Firebirds. Timeout taken by Wash U. Stops the play with 16 seconds to go. So they have 1 timeout remaining. Big Ten football this afternoon. Penn State leading Central Michigan 33-14 midway through the fourth quarter in University Park, Pennsylvania. Michigan on top of Maryland 27-19, 6.5 minutes to go in that ball game. Later on this afternoon, Indiana is at Cincinnati. Minnesota and Michigan State from Spartan Stadium later this afternoon. Early evening game, Iowa at Rutgers in Piscataway, New Jersey. 6:30 kick, it'll be Florida Atlantic at Purdue. Miami of Ohio at Northwestern, and also at 6:30 tonight on ABC, it'll be the Badgers at number 3, Ohio State. 2nd and 6 from the Carthage 39-yard line. Rush drops back with plenty of time. Delivers the football. Goldberg with a catch over the middle inside the 25, down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Pettit finally got him to the turf. They get quickly to the line of scrimmage. Rush under center, going to clock it, and he does, stopping the play with 7 seconds remaining. Second and 10, clock stopped, 7 seconds remaining. Just within Vartanian's field goal range here. So perhaps time to take a shot into the end zone here. Kenneth Hamilton, the running back, single back, 3 receivers to the right. Look for Goldberg here in a fade left side. That's what they do, but it's going to be thrown too long. Couldn't make the catch out of the back of the end zone near corner. Incomplete, 2 seconds left, and the field goal unit will come on. Figured that's what they would do. Goldberg has been the target today. 7 receptions for 108 yards and a touchdown, but could not come up with that one. Vartanian on for the field goal. They'll spot it at the 27. It'll be a 37-yard field goal just inside the left hash mark into a bit of a wind. Spot, snap, kick on the way, and the kick hooks in for good. Hooked inside the right upright. So they add to the lead as time expires here in the first half. 24 unanswered points by the Washington University Bears. And they lead it by a score of 24-3. We will step out, take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll recap this first half, bring you the first half stats, and we'll talk about the Hall of Fame, Athletic Hall of Fame class of 2022. All of that coming up in our halftime report. Coming your way in 2 minutes right here on AM 1050 WLIP.
Team kicks off the halftime celebrations with welcome cheer, dance, baton, flag, and ember.
John Weiser back with you at Art Keller Field in Kenosha. Carthage football today brought to you in part by the Fire Pit, Pizza, Barbecue, and Fish Boil, Highway 83 in Trevor. By Francetic Tax Resolution. Don't get frantic, get Francetic. By New Generation RV. And by Mason's Eatery and Pub, located on Highway 50 and Highway 31 in Kenosha. Mason's Eatery and Pub, located on Highway 50 and Highway 31 in Kenosha. 24-3 here at halftime. Carthage trailing. Carthage actually took the early lead here late in the first quarter on their second possession, their most impressive drive of the game. Went 14 plays, 72 yards, took 6 minutes and 51 seconds off the clock. Got it inside the 10-yard line, failed to get a touchdown, so as Ankevich, the freshman, coming on for a 25-yard field goal. Carthage up 3-0, but on the very next drive, Washington University going 11 plays in 60 yards, capped off by the 1-yard touchdown run by Fred Ware. Vartanian's kick, and it was 7-3. And Wash U would go on to add to their lead early in the second quarter on a 4-play, 34-yard drive. This was set up. Carthage was facing a 4th and 1 at their own 34-yard line. Dustin Haas elected to go for it. They did not convert. And 4 plays later, it was Washington University back in the end zone. This time, Kenneth Hamilton out of the backfield on a pass from Rush. First of 2 touchdown passes thrown by Rush. 14-3, Wash U. Bears added to that lead 6 minutes later on a 5-play, 78-yard drive. It was Goldberg, a 3-yard touchdown pass on a fade route to the right corner of the end zone. Rush's second touchdown pass of the game made it 21-3, and then closing out the first half after stopping Carthage, forcing a punt, and Chris Vartanian able to drill a 37-yard field goal as time expired, extending the lead to 24-3. So 24 unanswered points by the Bears in that first half, leading it by a score of 24-3. As we look at the numbers here in this first half, brought to you by Francetic Tax Services, and the numbers are not good. Washington University with 277 yards of total offense in that first half, Carthage 117. The Bears getting 53 yards on the ground, 224 in the air. Carthage held to just 11 yards rushing in that first half, 106 yards in the air. Individually for the Firebirds, Bryce Lowe started the game at quarterback, 15 of 22, 106 yards, no touchdown passes. He was sacked twice. In the rushing department, it was Takumi Fred with 8 carries for a net of 18. And Gallardo and Lowe each with -5 yards rushing so far today. Sylvere Campbell and Jordan Wiles, the targets today for Bryce Lowe, each with 7 targets. Campbell with 5 receptions for 33. Wiles 3 receptions for 37. Jarvis 3 receptions and 0 yards, while Gallardo 2 receptions out of the backfield for a total of 9 yards. Meanwhile, for Washington University, Matt Rush, 17 of 24, 224 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was sacked once in that first half. Running the football was Fred Ware, 7 carries, 24 yards. Rush, the quarterback, 4 carries, 23 yards. Kenneth Hamilton, 2 carries for a net of 6. On the receiving end, Colin Goldberg, the leader, 10 targets, 7 receptions, 108 yards, a long of 35 and 1 touchdown. Cole Oakman, 4 targets, 4 receptions, 56 yards, a long of 32. Kenneth Hamilton, 2 targets, 2 receptions, a long of 22. And Colin Hoytia, a 5-target, 2-reception game, 24 yards, a long of 13. Punting the ball today, it's Sylvere Campbell doing the punting for Carthage today. Had 3 today for a 45.7-yard average, a long of 63 with 1 inside the 20. Andrew Grishak with 2 punts, a 41-yard average, a long of 45, 1 touchback, and 1 inside the 20. Return yardage today on the kick returns, Carthage no kick return yard, actually 1 kick return yardage I should say, a long of 27 today. No punt returns for the Firebirds. Trayton Lamphere, 1 kick return for 25 yards for the Bears. Colin Goldberg, 2 punt returns for a total of 21 yards. Defensively, Chris DeVito leading the Carthage team in tackles with 6, 4 unassisted. Jake Tomzak also with 6, 2 unassisted. Trey Mitchell with 5, Chris Gutierrez with 3. Meanwhile, Kiernan Kanjar with 8 tackles for the Bears. Gus Christensen with 5, including a sack. Dalton Bingman, a 2 for 2, or 2 unassisted, 2 assisted tackles for a total of 4 this afternoon. Penalty yardage, Carthage flagged just once for 5 yards. Penalties for Wash U, 2 penalties for 9 yards. Time of possession in favor of the Firebirds actually after one half, 16:51 for the Firebirds, 13-9 for the Washington University Bears. Bears are converting 6 of 8 on 3rd downs, Carthage 4 of 11, and the Firebirds just 1 for 2 on 4th down conversions today, and the Firebirds trail it here by a score of 24-3. We'll step out, take a 60 break. When we come back, we'll highlight the Carthage Athletic Hall of Fame induction from last night. Some great names making their way into the Carthage Athletic Hall of Fame. We'll share that with you when we return to Art Keller Field right after this on AM 1050 WLIP.
Two individuals have been selected as this year's homecoming king and queen. Please join us in congratulating the king and queen. Durin Dripboy. And Catherine Bofer. Thank you to all who voted. Congratulations, Court, and congratulations, Durin and Catherine. And now please join me.
Halftime here at Art Keller Field continues. Carthage trailing by a score of 24-3. Well, last night was a special night here at Carthage College, part of the Homecoming Family Activity Day going on here this weekend. And it was the Athletic Hall of Fame Awards celebration last night. And several big names in Carthage sports going in. Karen Chin graduated in 2015. She earned American Volleyball Coaches Association First Team All-America honors in 2015, Second Team All-America in 2014. Chin was also named Co-CCIW Player of the Year in 2014 while winning Player of the Year outright in 2015. She set a match record of 61 assists in 4 sets and is currently Carthage's career leader in assists and assists per set, and also a Jack Swartz All-Academic CCIW contributor. Nick Coletti inducted into the Carthage Athletic Hall of Fame last night. He was a 3-time All-CCIW first-team selection for the baseball team, second-team award winner through 74 through 77. Coletti is 12th in the Carthage baseball record book in batting average at .368, 7th in triples, and 7th in most triples in a single season with 5. Also from men's baseball, Kevin Sullivan going into the Athletic Hall of Fame, a graduate of 2000. He earned his American Baseball Coaches Association Third Team All-America honors and was a CCIW Co-Player of the Year selection in 2000. He was a first-team All-CCIW first-team selection in 2000, and he sets 4th all-time in the Carthage record book with a .398 batting average. He is 3rd all-time in hits with 250, 3rd in runs batted in with 185, and tied for 2nd all-time at Carthage with 57 doubles. He also holds the 2nd best record for the longest hitting streak to start a season with 16 games that started the 1998 season. Men's tennis saw Jeff Lutz Jr. go into the Athletic Hall of Fame with 90 career wins in singles competition and 57 with Deneric Hazelman in doubles, most career wins by a doubles pair in school history. Mackenzie Parks, the leader of the lowest career average of 78.84 and several individual two-day scores in Carthage women's golf. She was inducted into the Hall of Fame last night, class of 2016. She was the only Women's Golf Coaches Association All-America selection in program history, and Parks also a 2-time WGCA All-Central Region Award winner and 3-time All-Conference recipient. Carthage women's soccer saw Jackie Dernick go into the Carthage Athletic Hall of Fame. Dernick, class of 04, holds single-season records in most total points in 3 separate seasons, while sitting in 3rd most for most career shots with 250. She holds the record for most game-winning goals with 21 and is 2nd all-time in career points with 143. Long overdue on Carthage football, the induction of Evan Jones into the Athletic Hall of Fame last night. Jones, class of 2010, completed his career at Carthage College as the football program's all-time leader in passing yards, over 9,400 yards and passing yardage and 9,424 total yards and 82 touchdowns. He was first team All CCIW, CCIW Art Keller Offensive Player of the Year, and the Wisconsin Private College Football Player of the Year in 2010, while leading the league in both passing yardage at 288 yards per game and total offense at 277 yards per game. In 2009, Evan Jones earned second team All-Conference honors and set Carthage, Conference, and Art Keller Field game records against North Central as he collected records for total offensive yardage with 567, passing yardage with 562, 84 passing attempts, and 47 passing completions, while tying a school record with 6 touchdown passes. Evan Jones into the Carthage Athletic Hall of Fame. And from the mid-'70s, a name that some of our alumni will remember, defensive end Randy Converse going into the Hall of Fame. He is tied for the record for most fumble recoveries in a single season with 7 at Carthage College. A 2-time All-CCIW first-team selection, Randy Converse was named the team's defensive MVP in 1973, and in that season, Converse totaled 57 tackles and was named to the NAIA District 14 All-District Team. Converse was also a member of the track and field team. He won the conference title in men's shot put at the 1973 conference championship. And in 2003, the Carthage women's track and field outdoor season relay team, consisting of Caretha Carroll, Shanae Grigsby, Muffy Israel, and Latrice Powell, went on to win 43 combined All-American honors. So that team entered into the Carthage Athletic Hall of Fame. They won the 4x100 meter relay in the 2003 NCAA Outdoor Track and Field National Championship meet with a time of 46.55 seconds. That mark ranks Carthage as the 19th fastest school in NCAA Division III history in the event, and at the time was the 7th fastest 4x100 relay of all time. Both Grigsby and Israel are current Athletic Hall of Fame members individually, so congratulations to that relay team for their induction into the Carthage Hall of Fame. And finally, Greg Raimondi was named CCIW Most Valuable Field Athlete twice during his 4-year career at Carthage, graduating in 2012 from the Carthage Men's Track and Field program. He was a 2012 All-American, placing 3rd in the hammer throw at the NCAA Division III Outdoor Track and Field Championship. Raimondi was a 3-time Field Athlete of the Meet Award winner, and Raimondi claimed the Triple Crown after winning conference titles in the hammer, discus, and shot put. So congratulations to Greg Raimondi and all of the inductees this year's 2022 Carthage Athletic Hall of Fame class this year. Fine ceremony last night. My pleasure to take part in that via electronically, digitally last night, and had some fun with that, and congratulations to all of those great athletes who made their way into the Carthage Athletic Hall of Fame. Firebirds with some work to do here in this ball game. They trailed 24-3, trying to get their first win of the year and their first conference win of the season. Other games going on in the CCIW. 1 o'clock kicks. They are at halftime in Bloomington. Carroll continues to lead Illinois Wesleyan. It's the Pioneers 14, the Titans nothing. Robbie, the quarterback, 8 of 16, 52 yards and a touchdown pass today for the Pioneers. They lead at 14-0 over Illinois Wesleyan. North Central has hung double nickels on Elmhurst in one half of play. It's the Cardinals 55, Elmhurst nothing. That game at the half. If there was ever a mercy rule in college football, it should be employed today in Naperville. It is just a thrashing. Elmhurst -7 rushing yards, just 31 passing yards, so a total of 24 total yards put out by Elmhurst in that first half. Meanwhile, Lannon with 3 touchdown passes, Ethan Greenfield with 2 rushing touchdowns today, and D'Angelo Hardy with 2 touchdown receptions for the number 1 ranked Cardinals. They lead at 55-0 over Elmhurst at the half. Also at the half in Decatur, Milliken a 13-7 lead over North Park. In that ball game, Lombardo 4 of 8 for 86 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Running the football, Kenyatta Walker, 5 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown for the Big Blue. Meanwhile, for North Park, 9 of 16 for 68 yards passing between 2 quarterbacks. Matt Eck and Charlie Grant. And the Vikings with just 12 yards rushing in that ball game. So Milliken leading that one at the half, 13-7. Later on tonight in Rock Island, it'll be Augustana taking on Wheaton. Thunder have won 16 straight in that series. Wash U winning the toss in that first half, so they will receive here to begin this second half. They will defend the north end zone to my right. Goldberg standing deep. Awaiting the kick here, along with Trayton Lamphere. And Kevich ready to kick off here. Since that second drive, Carthage has been stymied here as Goldberg will take it at the 5. Right hash mark to the 20. Bounces it to the numerals at the 25, 30, 35. Stops, steps out of a tackle, and then is flattened near the 38-yard line. 28-yard, make it a 29-yard return by Goldberg, and that will set up things for the Washington University Bears at their own 38-yard line. Rush will drop back, looks to throw, hit as he's thrown, dumps it out to his running back, Kenneth Hamilton. And Hamilton across the 40, out to the 43-yard line, gain of about 5 on the play. Carthage got off a nice rush that time, but Rush was able to step out of the tackle and make his way, stepping up, climbing the pocket a little bit. So pickup of 5. And we'll hand it off again. Hamilton working off the right side, cuts it back to the middle, and a whole host of Carthage defenders there to make the play. So a gain of 2. They'll give him forward progress just across the 45-yard line. Ooh, good spot there for the Bears. Brings up 3rd and 2. They have owned Carthage on 3rd down today. 6 of 8 are the Bears on 3rd down. Carthage stemming with 5 in the front line here. They walk both linebackers up to the middle of the A-gap. And Rush wants to throw on 3rd down. Waits and fires. Miscommunication again. Hoyta wide open at the 50 to the 40, down the far sideline, 30. 25, 20, chased down from behind once again, and a fumble, and Carthage recovers. It was a strip, tackle, and a fumble, and Carthage able to make the play. As we take another look, Hoyta was wide open just across the 50-yard line, busted it out to the right hash mark, then took it out to the right numerals at the 40, and he was chased down on the play by Jake Tomzak, who forced that fumble. And then Pettit able to jump on the football to get it back for the Firebirds. So the first takeaway today for Carthage, and now cutting back the other way, Sylvere Campbell down the left side across the 20, 25. and tumbles down out near the 28-yard line as he runs over the defender for the Bears. Took down Brad Hamilton that time. It'll be a Carthage first down. Once again, the helmet coming off of Campbell. He's going to have to come out for one play. So with the takeaway, fans here today are going to get free cheese curds at Culver's Restaurant. We handed out coupons at the end of the game today for those free cheese curds on the turnover today. Another strong run, however, a flag thrown into the pile by the umpire. I believe this will be negated by a holding call.
On the carry.
Holding. Offense number 69. 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
Was a gain of
So
5 on the
Gallardo
penalty
picked up
against
5,
Carthage.
but Adam Gilmeister guilty of the hold, the center for Carthage. Just the second penalty today on the Firebirds. Moves the football back inside the 20 to the 19-yard line.
19-yard line.
So a 1st and 19 facing the Firebirds. Moving left to right, getting the turnover. Jake Tomzak forcing the fumble. Low throws it out. Complete or intercepted. It's taken away and intercepted right back. It was intended for Orlandino and was picked off by Gus Christensen. He just rolled and stripped that ball from Orlandino. We're getting another look. Orlandino had it, extended his arms, trying to bring it in. And on the tackle, Christensen
Close pass was intercepted.
stealing the football away from Orlandino.
1st and 10 at the Carthage 23-yard line.
So the Bear defense comes up with an interception at the Carthage 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Washington University. Rush dumps it out near side to Hamilton. He will take it down the near sideline near the pylon. Whistle, and he's out of bounds at the 2. Kenneth Hamilton on a swing pass out of the backfield. Takes it down to the Carthage 2, and once again the Washington University Bears in the red zone.
First and goal, WashU.
And now whistle, flag on the play. Looks like a false start penalty here against the Bears.
False start. Offense number 79. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Break for the
5-yard
Firebirds
penalty
there.
against the Bears. It'll be 1st and goal.
From the 7.
Blake Miller, right guard for the Bears, the guilty party on the false start penalty. Moves the football back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal there for Washington University. Play clock under 10 here. Tight end in motion, now lines up as a wing left side. They'll give it to Hamilton. Picks his way through the left side end zone. Touchdown, Washington University.
Hamilton carries for a
First touchdown of the day for Hamilton. Second rushing touchdown of the game for the Bears. And they have scored 30 unanswered on Carthage here today. Set up by the takeaway on the interception by Christensen. 4 plays and 7-yard touchdown run. Vartanian on for the extra point. Kick is away, and the kick is good. Early here in the third, 11:52 remaining in the third. 31-3 in favor of Washington University. So 4 plays, 22 yards, 7-yard touchdown by Hamilton. 31-3, our scoring drive update brought to you by Waukegan Tire, offering the largest selection of quality tire brands, custom wheels, and automotive service. For over 55 years, Waukegan Tire with 3 locations, Washington Street, Park City, South Green Bay Road in Waukegan, and on Belvedere Road in Grays Lake, and coming soon to Kenosha. Our game today brought to you by Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha, Highway 50 just east of I-94, by SJ Crystal's Menswear, 57th Street and 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha, Great to have Luisito and the fine folks at Este Crystals on board for high school and Carthage athletics this year. Vartanian's kickoff will fall to Jarvis at the 7, up the near side across the 15 to the numerals at the 20, and out of bounds short of the 25-yard line.
Jarvis
Well, back-to-back
returns.
takeaways. Carthage getting that interception or that fumble by Jake Tomzak.
10 at their own 23
Forced a
yard line.
fumble. And Bryce Lowe will be charged with an interception, but Orlandino made the catch, and as he tried to haul it in, it was taken away by the defender. Fake the handoff to Gallardo. They'll swing it out to Jarvis left side. Makes the catch out near the 27-yard line. Forward progress stop there near the 28.
Brought down by Schroeder.
In on the play
Gain of 5
was
on the play. 2nd and 5.
Jamel Streeter along with Kyle Schroeder. Pickup of 5 sets up 2nd and 5 for the Firebirds at their own 28-yard line. Wiles in motion to the left. Low with time, throws over the middle, completes to Orlandino. He'll make the catch short of the 40-yard line at the 39. Gain of 11 and a first down for the Firebirds. Peter Orlandino with the catch.
Lowe's pass is complete to Orlandino.
That is his first reception this afternoon.
Down.
And the Firebirds move the chains out to the 40-yard line. Sylvere Campbell back in there now, a single receiver near side. He's going to draw double coverage. Jarvis, the outside receiver on the right with Wiles. And the handoff will go to Gallardo. Picks his way around the left side across the 40 to the 42 before he is driven back there.
Gallardo
Season
here.
debut for Ray Gallardo today. He was slated to be the number 1
Brought
running
down
back.
by Schwab. Gain of 3 on the
Got
play.
hurt
2nd and 7.
First week at camp. Been out until today. Getting some reps in at running back. He will come out. Garrett Buckner will come in. Buckner, a senior out of Rockford, Illinois. He will come in at running back now for the Firebirds. 2nd down and 7 from their own 42. Moving left to right here in the third quarter. It is clouded up here at Keller Field. Over the middle, looking for Jarvis. He was held up and was also hit high on the play. We'll see if what we have. The field judge threw a late flag. The back judge threw the flag. I believe it'll be an interference call, but we may add some more yardage to that. We'll see. I think it's just going to be the one penalty.
Pass interference, defense number 45. That'll be a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Kyle Schrader, the safety, made contact with Jarvis just before the ball got there. Held him up, impeded him at the 40-yard line, but it's a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage, moving the football out to the Washington University 43-yard line.
First and 10, Carthage.
Campbell and Jarvis, a double slide here to the near side along with Wiles. The handoff goes to Gallardo. Nice hole over the right side across the 35 down to the 31-yard line. Good strong run by the sophomore Ray Gallardo.
For a gain of 11 and another Firebird. First down. First and 10, Carthage.
They'll mark it at the 31.
31-yard line.
Gain of 17 on the run by Gallardo. From the 31, Lowe takes the snap with time. Camping down, making the catch near the 20-yard line. Jordan Wiles, slot receiver. Wiles now, that's his 4th catch today. He only had 3 receptions all season.
Firebird. First down. First and 10, Carthage.
They'll mark it at the 20, gain of 11. Lowe takes the snap, drops back, throws over the middle. Peter Orlandino, the tight end, keeping his feet inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. Peter Orlandino, his second reception on this drive. Carthage now into the Texas Roadhouse red zone. Each time Carthage enters the opponent's 20-yard line, they're in the Texas Roadhouse red zone. Legendary food, legendary service, located on Highway 50 and I-94 in Kenosha. Pickup of 5, 2nd and 5 upcoming here for the Firebirds. Wild single receiver here to the near side. Campbell split out to the left side. Marquette the tight end and a wing right. And they'll go Campbell's way, thrown behind him, incomplete. We have a flag on the play at the line of scrimmage. And I think for the second time today, they got the Bears to line up in the neutral zone.
There is a penalty marker on the play.
Offside, defense number 21, 5-yard penalty results in first.
The penalty will result in a first down for the Firebirds. Sam Matichek, the corner here on the near side, lined up in the neutral zone. It's actually the near side of the field. It was thrown by the linesman here on the near side. Carthage will go 3 receivers here to the right. First and goal just inside the 10 for the Firebirds. Lowe takes the snap, looks right, throws right, completes inside the 5, down to the 3 to a diving Alex Jarvis, who makes the catch going to the turf at the 2. He'll mark it just inside the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal from there for the Firebirds. Kyle Williamson will check in at a tight end here for the Firebirds. Both he and Marquette will line up here on the near side. Marquette and a wing now will go in motion to the left. Jarvis single receiver left, Wiles the single receiver right. And they'll give it to Gallardo. Gallardo met in the backfield, spun off of that play. Got back to the line of scrimmage.
Gallardo on the carry.
Nate Light got in there in a hurry that time for the Bears. Fired off right between Johnson and Lakin here on this right side.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal now for the Firebirds. Second time today they've been in the red zone and they've only come away with 3 points. Gallardo the single back. Marquette the tight end lined up on the line of scrimmage near side. Orlandino in motion, the other tight end. Now will realign as a wing. Fake to Gallardo. Pump fake a couple of times. Now Lowe will keep it. Hit and bang. He is belted at the 3-yard line. Make it the 2, short of the goal line.
Low on the carry.
He took a couple of hits there. Could not get it in. It'll be 4th and goal from the 2, and when you're down 31-3, no doubter. You go for it. 6:12 remaining here in this 3rd quarter. Carthage down 31-3. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll work from the I formation. Takumi Fred dotting the I. They'll go triple I here. They'll swing it out of the backfield, back of the end zone, in and out of the hands of Wiles, incomplete. Oh, Lowe had him, leading him to the back corner, left side. Actually, it was Orlandino, the intended target. Had it go off his hands, incomplete. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from there. We've got an official timeout. One of the Bear players injured on the play in the back corner of the end zone. Good play call there by Carthage. They go with the triple stack I. Had Marquette in there, along with Nathan Lee and Takumi Fred in that running back's position. And then swung it out. Orlandino just cutting across the back line of the end zone.
North Central 55, Elmhurst nothing.
So the Bears will take over on their own 2-yard line. 5:57 to go here in the 3rd. 2 trips to the red zone and just 3 points today for the Firebirds. Carroll now on top of Illinois Wesleyan 21-7. North Central leading Elmhurst in the 3rd quarter 55-0. And Milliken increasing their lead now over North Park, 20-7, that game in Decatur. Later on tonight in Rock Island, 10th-ranked Wheaton taking on Augustana. They're still tending to the injured player down in the back corner, the left corner of the end zone. Now up and under his own power, it's Kiernan Kanjar, the 5'10 senior safety for the Bears. He's able to walk it off back to the sideline. That's a good sign there. 1st and 10 Bears at their own 2, taking over on downs. Matt Rush has been at quarterback all day today. 20 of 27 for 290 yards and had a man open and could not complete the pass. Intended for Gabriel Sirac. Had it in his hands, couldn't make the juggling catch across the 15-yard line. Sets up 2nd and 10. 20 of 28, 290 yards and 2 touchdowns today for Rush. Goldberg, 7 receptions, 108 yards and a touchdown for the Bears. Play clock down to 5 here for the Bears. They just get it off. They'll run it. Handing it off to Fred Ware. Tries to go up the middle across the 5 out to about the 7-yard line for Ware. We'll set up a 3rd and 4 for the Bears at their own 8-yard line.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Jumping on the snap, Marlon Sam jumped the neutral zone, a free play here. Rush will get the first down the far sideline and angle his way out of bounds just across the 20-yard line. They'll take the play, decline the penalty. Marlon Sam jumping offside.
Offside, defense number 9. That penalty is declined, results in a 1st down.
So 12-yard run for Rush out to the 20-yard line. They'll decline the penalty on Marlon Sam.
Rush. It's 1st and 10, Wash from the
20-yard line.
So 1st and 10 Bears. 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd. They lead at 31-3. They'll dump it out far side. They'll hit the tight end. That's Will Gardner. Gardner, that is his first catch today, out of bounds near the 25-yard line. See where they mark him out here. It looks like about the 22-yard line is where they will spot it. Just a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8.
Gain of 2 on the play. It's 2nd and 8.
Toby Clark in there now at a wide receiver for the Bears. 2 by 2 are the receiving core. Single back in the backfield is Ware. And Rush drops back to throw. Now under pressure, scrambling to his left. Cam Penny nearly pulled him down. He got the pass away. Incomplete. Did it get back to the line of scrimmage? That's what they're going to look at here. We might have a grounding call here. I don't think that pass got back to the line of scrimmage. He was out of the tackle box, but it will be a penalty here on Wash U and a loss of down.
There's a penalty
marker on the play.
Cam Penny draped on his back.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 17. Loss of down at the spot of the foul. It's 3rd down.
So you lose the down, and the penalty is, the spot will be where the penalty occurred. So this will be inside the 10-yard line. So a huge loss there for the Bears. That is their 6th penalty of the day. Both teams middle of the pack in the conference as far as penalties through the first 2 weeks.
From their own 10.
3rd and long. They'll try a screen pass here near side. Carthage read it well, wrapping it up beautifully. Josh Bilodeau getting in there to make the stop on Sirac on the bubble screen. They'll bring up 4th down here for the Bears, and they will be forced to punt. Just their third punt this afternoon. Grishak 2 punts, averaging 41 yards today. 1 touchback, 1 inside the 20. Bad punt off the side of his foot, bounces across the 35, across the 40, 45 into Carthage territory now, and will roll dead at the Firebird 47-yard line. So good field position here for the Firebirds to start this drive with 3:23 remaining in this third quarter, down 31-3. We'll be at Elmhurst next week. It'll be the Elmhurst Blue Jays taking on the Carthage Firebirds from Langhorst Field. 12:45 broadcast time, 1 o'clock kick from Langhorst. Should be a pretty good game next week. Carthage will hand it off. Gallardo over the left side across midfield to the 48-yard line. Carthage finding some running room behind that left side line of Mihailo Milutinovic, the left tackle, and Omar Roberts, the left guard. Pick up a 5 on the play by Gallardo. Now 7 carries, 20 yards today. 2nd and 5 from the Bear 48-yard line. Lowe takes the snap, looks to throw, near side, complete to Ware, inside the 40, inside the 35, Pyle moves to the 34-yard line. Wiles with the catch. It'll be a 14-yard pickup and a first down. So Carthage owning the time of possession so far today, but trailing on the scoreboard. A couple of short drives, one set up by going for it on 4th down and coming up short as Gallardo goes over the right side this time, inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play by Ray Gallardo. Conjar back in there now, able to make the tackle for Washington University. He was injured on that 4th down play in the back of the end zone earlier here in the quarter. Minute 45 to play here in the third. Carthage on a 2nd and 4. From the 28. Lowe with time. Now dumps it out of the backfield to Gallardo. He'll sprint down the near sideline and out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Short of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd and short for the Firebirds, just inside the 25. So 2nd and 1.5 yards here for Carthage. They'll bring in 3 tight ends here. Marquette and Williamson coming in. Looks like just a 2 tight end formation. They'll take Campbell out. Jarvis split to the left, Wiles to the right. Gallardo the single back. They'll give it to Gallardo. He'll get the first down. Inside the 25, stood up at the 23 and driven back. Ray Gallardo in his first game this season for the Firebirds, starting to come on here in the second half. That's his 9th carry now for 29 yards.
1st and 10, Carthage from the Wash U22.
Campbell back in at a receiver. 1st and 10, Carthage at the 22. 42 seconds to play here in the quarter. Gallardo gets the call, turns left side, cuts it back inside between the hashes, gets down to about the 21-yard line, gain of 2.
Gain of a couple brings up 2nd down.
Now Jarvis will come in. Orlandino will check out for the Firebirds. They'll go with a single tight end look here. That'll be Marquette. He'll line up as a wing right side. Single receiver right side is Campbell. Wiles in a slot left along with Jarvis. 2nd and 8. Lowe drops back, looks to throw, looking for Jarvis. Caught! Touchdown, Carthage! Alex Jarvis, his 2nd touchdown reception of the year. And Carthage on the board with their first touchdown of the day. It's a fire pit touchdown between Lowe and Alex Jarvis. Boyson will hold on the attempt here by Ankovich. Ball is down, kick is away, and the kick is good. And Carthage able to roll off a nice drive, getting a defensive stop in the process, forcing a punt, and going 57 yards for the touchdown. Capped off by the 18-yard touchdown reception by Alex Jarvis. Lined up on the left side is the outside receiver with Wiles in the slot. Officially a 21-yard touchdown pass. A 7-play, 53-yard drive, and it's a fire pit touchdown. Carthage touchdowns enter the fire pit. The fire pit located at 12417 Highway 83 in Trever. Fire pit famous for its pizza, barbecue, and fish boil. You'll find out more online at pitcrew@firepitwith2ts.com. And that will end our third quarter here at Carthage. Carthage trailing 31-10 as we head to the fourth. We'll take a 60 break on AM 1050 WLIP.
Here to present the award is Director of Athletics Nate Stewart, Director of Esports Kevin Palmer, Rocket League Captain Peter Georgeson. Here to receive the award are Tabitha Gallaty and Michaela Eisnagel, mother and sister of Zach Eisnagel. Let's give them a round of applause.
Seven-play, 53-yard drive. The 21-yard touchdown pass from Bryce Lowe, his first of the year. Alex Jarvis, his second touchdown reception. Our scoring drive brought to you by Waukegan Tire. Start of the fourth quarter. Carthage going from right to left. And Kavich with the boot. Picked up by Lanphier, and he's got some running room across the 25-30 near side out to the 34-yard line. So Lanphier with a nice return out to his own 34-yard line, and we've got another injured player down for Washington University.
Washington takes over first and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
So time has been called.
Fans, we have a 50-50
Looks like it's Fred Ware, the running back, who also plays special teams. He is down.
with ticket number 9.
Looks like working out a cramp in his right leg.
7-9.
Gives us a chance to check the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Triangle Flooring Furniture and Appliance Center of Kenosha. Carroll leading Illinois Wesleyan in Bloomington today, 21-7 early in the fourth. 62-0 North Central on top of Elmhurst. That game in the third. North Park has got to within one score. It's Milliken 20, North Park 14 late in the third in Decatur. Later on tonight, a 6 o'clock kick in Rock Island. Augustana will be hosting number 10, Wheaton. (31-10), Carthage trailing. Could use a defensive stop here, and defense coming up big to get that ball back. Carthage with one takeaway today, and that was a fumble recovery. Each team with a turnover. WashU able to get an interception and turn that into points. But with that turnover today, Carthage fans will get free cheese curds over at Culver's. Anytime Carthage gets a takeaway, it's free cheese curds at Culver's Restaurants of Kenosha. Now open at Highway 142 and I-94. So play is stopped here while they still tend to Fred Ware, the injured player for Washington University. And they're working on his right leg. It appears to be a cramp. Had some sunshine to start our ball game. It is clouded over. Low 60s. Just a moderate wind out of the southwest at about 8 miles per hour today. And it's been dry. That's the good news. Now we're set to go. We're taken off the field. Carthage defense ready to get going here. Play fake. Rush keeps it. Looking to throw over the middle. Wide open. Another open receiver. A blown assignment. He'll take it down the near sideline and stop short of the goal line. It's that guy again. Number 14, Cole Oakman. That's his 5th reception today. He is over 100 yards now as he takes it down to the Carthage 2-yard line. Actually mark him out back at the 6. A 50-yard completion. Rush now has thrown for over 344 yards today. Just a simple play action and a blown coverage that time again by the Carthage secondary. This time it'll be Hamilton on the run. Steps out of the initial contact.
Hamilton on the carry.
John Ambrosio got a piece of him. Was trying to strip the football. Brings up 2nd and goal from just inside the 5. We're just underway 4th quarter. Carthage scored to end the 3rd quarter, but one big play, the 50-yard pass. 2nd and goal. They look to the back of the end zone again, wide open in the back corner, and a touchdown for the Bears. Cole Oakman. Oakman, his 7th catch today. Caps off the drive, his 60-yard reception, setting up this touchdown. And Wash U comes right back to answer Carthage, up 37-10. Vartanian on the kick. The snap, spot. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Just inside the right upright. 13 and a half minutes to play. Now 37-10. Make it 38-10 with the extra point. But blown assignments today. Rush now 24 of 32, 358 yards and 3 touchdown passes today. Oakman, Goldberg, and Hamilton. Oakman and Goldberg over 100 yards receiving today for the Bears. Low today for Carthage, 24 of 33, 200 yards, and 1 touchdown. But Carthage, for the 3rd straight week, has given up more than 400 yards of total offense. Again, that computes out to nearly 6 yards per play. Got to get better. Defense has to get better. Vartanian kicks it away. It'll be Campbell from just inside the 10. Keeps his footing across the 30. Breaks a tackle 35 and out of bounds on the near sideline just across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 43. 30-yard return out to the 43-yard line by Sylvere Campbell. Boy, he's got that little jog step that he goes, and then he just goes from 1st to 4th gear in a hurry. Good field position again for the Firebirds. They'll start this drive at their own 43. Again, plenty of time to get back into this one. Just can't score 28 points in once here. They'll swing it out of the backfield, complete the pass. Gallardo, short gain, may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Gain of 1, 2nd down and 9 upcoming. Gallardo darting out of bounds after he made that catch. Marquette comes in for Orlandino at tight end now for the Firebirds. Jarvis will be split out to the right side along with Wiles. Campbell split out here to the near side. Gallardo, the lone running back, left side of Bryce Lowe working from the pistol. Marquette in motion to the right. He'll line up as a right side wing. Blitz coming. They'll swing it again out of the backfield to Gallardo. He'll take it out near the 45, maybe the 46-yard line. Gain of about 2, maybe 3 here. Again, the Bears sending a blitz that time. Lowe patiently waited for Gallardo to get to the edge and got him the football. Blitzing outside linebacker vacating the spot. Matthew Schmel. Third, we'll call it 8 here for the Firebirds. From the 45, Lowe drops back, swings it out right side, completes the pass. Wiles struggles forward to the 50-yard line, short of the first down, tackled by his shirt tail that time by Kieran Kanjar. The strong safety gets 5 on the play to midfield. It'll be 4th and 3 from midfield for the Firebirds. Carthage 1 for 3 on 4th downs today. Three receivers near side for Carthage. Lowe takes the snap from shotgun. Delivers a pass, and it's intended for Jarvis. Incomplete. He was hammered as that ball came in. He had 2 receivers near that area, and Jarvis gets up under his own power now and limps off to the near sideline. Wiles was open as well. I don't know if Lowe was throwing. He threw it into double coverage at Jarvis, but Wiles was open right at the 45-yard line. He was in the area. So Carthage 1 for 4 on 4th downs, turns it over on downs to the Bears at midfield. 11 and a half minutes to go in the ball game, trailing 38-10. And they will hand it off. This is Hamilton, Kenneth Hamilton, a good strong run left side. Across midfield to the Carthage 44-yard line, just inside the 44. Tackle made by linebacker John Pettit, the sophomore. Bears with 70 yards rushing today. 358 yards in the air. Now for a hurry-up team, this is where they get bogged down a little bit. For a team that's used to snapping with 20 on the play clock, trying to take the play clock all the way down. They'll give it to Hamilton again around the left side to the 40-yard line near the first down sticks. Gets out of bounds there. They will move the chains. It'll be a first down. The 19th first down today for Washington University. They're averaging better than almost 15 yards per reception today, doubling up on Carthage. Carthage averaging better than 7 yards per reception today. Again, they will hand it off. And again, it's Kenneth Hamilton. Picks his way up the middle inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. Gain of about 3. Under 10 minutes to go here in the ball game. Second and 7 now for Washington University. looking to get to 3-0 on the year. They've been receiving votes in the D3Football.com poll, bubbling under that top 25. Rush with time, plenty of time, delivers a strike down the left sideline, caught, touchdown, Washington University. Beautifully thrown ball by Rush, had all day to throw and found Hoyta down the far sideline, who scampers into the end zone for the touchdown. Again, somehow left all alone on that far sideline. I'm not sure what's going on in that secondary, but you got half the secondary playing zone, the other half playing man. And I don't know if the guy playing man or guy playing zone is expecting help over the top. None there. So Hoyta gets into the act with his first touchdown reception of the day, and the extra point is good. 45-10, Washington University. Four touchdown passes today for Rush to four different receivers: Oakman, Goldberg, Hoyta, and Hamilton. All on the receiving end of touchdown strikes from quarterback Rush today. So 5 plays, 50 yards. Hoyta to the 37-yard touchdown reception. All scoring drives brought to you by Waukegan Tire. 3 locations in Lake County: Washington Street, Park City, South Green Bay Road in Waukegan, and Belvedere Road in Grays Lake. Game today brought to you by Mason's Eatery and Pub. Hey, big thank you to Mason's Eatery and Pub. They supplied breakfast today for the Carthage football team, as they do for each and every Carthage football game. Breakfast burrito, hash browns, fruit. Good stuff. Had the bacon one today. Tried to change my luck. Didn't work. Chorizo next week for sure. Campbell now on the return. Breaks a tackle to 20, across to 25. Nearly stepped out of another one. Boy, if he had done that, that would have been interesting, but brought down at the 27-yard line. Yep, going to go with chorizo breakfast burrito next week. Got no choice. Went with sausage last week. Didn't help. Bacon today. That didn't work. Got to be the chorizo. Isn't he the one that always wins in the sausage races anyways? Up at Amfan Field? I don't know. New quarterback in there now for the Firebirds as they hand it off to Gallardo. Spins his way across the 30 out to the 34-yard line. Calling signals is Kyle Jesse. 6'4", 205-pound sophomore, making his second appearance of the year. He's out of Schaumburg High School. Again, they were without Christian Beltran today. Upper body injury sustained in the game last week. Didn't get on the practice field till Thursday. Still wasn't 100%. And nice pass that time. Jesse able to find Jarvis at the 45 for a first down. It's an 11-yard pickup, moving the chains. Kyle Jesse. Carthage has moved the ball today. Just the defense hasn't been able to get off the field. They've run more plays than Wash U. Gallardo met in the backfield, able to get a couple out of that one.
Gallardo on the carry.
He was taken down on the play by Dalton Bingham, junior inside linebacker for the Bears. Clock moving, under 8 minutes to play here in Kenosha. Well, next week it's off to Elmhurst, first of 2 straight on the road for the Firebirds. Firebirds and Blue Jays next Saturday from Langhorst Field. I'll be with you at 12:45 with the pregame. 1 o'clock kick. Jesse, far side, completes to Campbell. Makes the first man miss, but then is wrapped up for a short gain of 2 out near the 47-yard line. Sets up 3rd and long for the Firebirds. Carthage is 5 of 14 on third downs. Conversely, Bears today were 7 of 11 on third downs. Jesse takes the snap from shotgun. Swings it out of the backfield, completes the pass to Ian McGee. McGee struggles forward, out short of midfield, out near the 48, make it the 49-yard line, well short of the first down. See what the Firebirds want to do here.
Brought down by Costello.
Looks like they will go for it here on their own 49-yard line, trailing 45-10. 4th and 7. 3 receivers to the near side here on 4th down. Jesse finds Wiles starting through the middle inside the 30, 25, 20. He'll break it 10-5, touchdown Carthage. Jordan Wiles, his first touchdown reception of the season, his 8th catch of the day, and Carthage scores going for it on 4th down. 52-yard pass from Kyle Jesse to Jordan Wiles. And it's a fire pit touchdown for the Firebirds. Another trip to the fire pit for Carthage touchdowns. They enter the fire pit located at 124-17 Antioch Road in Trever. Pit crew at firepit.com. And the extra point shanked to the left. No good. 45-16. As I said, Carthage moving the ball today. It's a shame that defense called upon to make a stop didn't do it today. Carthage owning time of possession today, over 32 minutes of possession to just under 22 for the Bears today. So a 6-play, 73-yard drive capped off by the 51-yard touchdown pass from Jesse to Jordan Wiles. Touchdown drive brought to you by Waukegan Tire. Look around the league in the CCIW. 3 other games going on in the 4th quarter. Illinois Wesleyan has closed to within 1, 21-20. Carroll on top of the Titans. North Central on top of Elmhurst, 69-0. And early in the 4th now, it's Milliken 23, North Park 14. A timeout taken here by Wash U. Carthage showing an onside kick, so the Bears special teams unit going to talk about it. Big Ten scores from today. It was Michigan over Maryland, 34-27. Close match at the Big House in Ann Arbor. Penn State defeated Central Michigan 33-14. Minnesota on top of Michigan State. By a score of 14-0, that game at the end of the first quarter. Cincinnati leading Indiana 10-3. That game at the end of the first. Later on tonight, the Badgers are at number 3 Ohio State. Nationally televised game on ABC. Again, looking for the onside kick here by Ankiewicz. Carthage with a tight formation along the 35-yard line. He'll top the football. He'll take a high bounce. Tapped around and let's see. Swatted out of bounds just across the 50-yard line. What you want to do is an onside kick. You want to kick the top of that football, drive it into the turf, get that second bounce straight up in the air and take a chance. And that's what Ankiewicz did, but to no avail. Clark Stevens will check in at quarterback now for Washington University.
Please take 1 second off the game clock. 6:05.
So they'll take a second off the game clock here. It'll be 1st and 10 Bears at their own 49-yard line. Well, the Bears will head to Chicago next weekend for a game against North Park. North Park, the opponent in 2 weeks for the Firebirds, as they'll hand it off. Short gain just across midfield.
Miller on the carry.
Taking the ball, Artrell Miller, freshman out of St. Louis, Missouri. Hometown kid for the Bears. 2nd down and 8 upcoming. Clock rolling now, 5:40 remaining in the ball game. So back-to-back road games for Wash U. They will return home on October 8th, hosting Illinois Wesleyan. Carthage will be at Elmhurst next week and then at North Park the following week. 2nd and 8, Miller on the call, cuts back to his left. Short of the 45-yard line. Cam Penny there to make the tackle for the Firebirds. Penny was questionable today. He had been battling through injury problem. The sophomore out of Raymore, Missouri, St. Thomas Aquinas High School down there. So 3rd down, and that's where the Bears have done their damage today. Carthage defense not able to get off the field. 7 for 11 on 3rd down. Stevens will send 4 receivers out. Single back is Miller. And the play clock expires. That'll be a penalty on Wash U. 4.5 minutes remaining. Oh, they got the timeout before the flag. Back judge threw the flag, so they'll take a second timeout here. So not the homecoming we were hoping for here today, but starting to see the offense gain a little bit more. We saw it for about a quarter and a half last week against North Central. Carthage able to move the ball today. They rolled up 316 yards of offense today. 273 in the air. So some confidence there. Kyle Jesse 4 for 4 in relief of Bryce Lowe for 66 yards and a touchdown. Lowe throwing for a touchdown pass today. Wiles with a catch, touchdown catch. Jarvis with a touchdown catch today. So lid coming off this offense just a little bit. Now you go into a stretch of some what you would consider winnable ball games. They'll swing it out to Miller, far side flat, makes the catch, 1st down and more, inside the 35, stumbles across the 30, down to the Carthage 28-yard line. 18-yard pickup and a 1st down on the swing pass from Stevens to Miller. Just inside the Carthage 30-yard line as we approach 4 minutes to play. Stay tuned for our post game. We'll have Dustin Haas and a Player of the Game award to one of the Carthage players. We'll have that coming up in our post game. That's brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above. 1st and 10 from the 29. Stevens will hand it off to Miller. Trying to go right side, ran right into the Carthage defender, Jared Routh.
Miller on the carry. Brought down by Gutierrez.
Chris Gutierrez also there defensively.
Gain of 3 and 2nd and 7.
Matt Rush today, 25 of 33, 395 yards and 4 touchdown passes for Wash U. Stevens takes the snap, fakes the handoff, swings it out left side. Catch is made by the tight end out there. That is Will Gardner, freshman out of Ann Arbor. His 2nd catch today.
Brought down by Clevenger.
Tackle on the play by
And Mutterer.
Mutterer in there now for Carthage in defense. Also good news for the Firebirds that Zach Hale expected to be cleared to practice this coming week. Not sure if he'll be ready to go for the Blue Jay game, but might be ready in time to take on North Park. Missing Zach Hale, one of their captains. The senior for the Firebirds. Again, they swing it out left side. Catch is made. Spinning out of bounds with it.
Stevens' pass is complete to Lamphere.
Lamphere making the catch.
First and 10 Bears at the Carthage 13.
Looked like it was Mutterer out there, along with Tanner Ludwig. Under 2 minutes to go. They've moved it inside the Carthage 15-yard line, and I would suspect they're just going to hand it off here. They'll give it to Miller, right side. Miller back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a couple.
Miller on the carry. Gain of a couple.
Bottom of the pile for the Firebirds. Was Jake Tomzak still in there? Clock continues to roll here. Second down and 10, or second down and 8, I should say, just outside the 10-yard line. Actually surprised they continue to go in the spread here. Miller trying to get the corner here left side inside the 10, chopped down just short of the 5-yard line. Good pursuit that time by the Carthage defense. Evan Bridges taking him out of bounds, chopping down the feet that time just inside the 10. They'll mark him out at the 7.
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 4.
So 3rd and 4, half a minute to go. And they'll just go into victory formation from here. So Washington University going to pick up their 3rd win. And the Carthage Firebirds keep them under 50 here today. They have been averaging better than 55 points a game. But the Firebirds dropped their 3rd straight to start the season. The final here today, 45-16, the Bears over the Firebirds. The 4th straight win by the Bears. Carthage has never defeated Washington University since they joined the conference 5 years ago. Your final here today, Washington University of St. Louis 45, the Carthage Firebirds 16. We'll step out, take a 2-minute break. When we come back, our post game, which will include a visit with head coach Dustin Haas and our Jersey Mike subs player of the game. All of that coming up in just 2 minutes right here on AM 1050 WLIP.
To conclude our homecoming celebration, please join in singing the Carthage alma mater as played by the Pep Band. Lyrics will be displayed on the video board.
John Weiser back with you at Carthage College, where this afternoon the Washington University Bears defeat the Carthage Firebirds 45-16. And Carthage defense once again giving up big yardage as they give up 395 yards of passing yardage here today, and the Bears rush for just under 100 yards, and Bears going 9 of 14 on third down here today as the Carthage own the time of possession today, going 32 minutes, just over 32 minutes to just under 22 minutes for the Bears today, and really were able to move the football. It's just a matter of the defense giving up some big plays today. 1, 2, 3 big plays on pass plays, a 60-yard Oakman touchdown reception, a 41-yard Hoyta touchdown reception, a 35-yard touchdown reception by Goldberg. So big plays of 20 or more yards, and that's what you try and avoid on defense, but Carthage could not do that here today as Matt Rush, the quarterback, 4 different touchdown receptions today by 4 different receivers, and 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 by Hamilton, 1 by Ware today as Carthage falls by a final of 45-16. Carthage trailed in this ball game 31-3 at the break, got back into it, down 38-10, but again, they had some problems today trying to contain their playmakers. Hoyta over 100 yards receiving, Goldberg 108 yards receiving, Oakman 120 yards receiving. It just seemed like when Carthage would get the momentum, Wash U would come back and take it away, and that's what happened here today. Final numbers here for Carthage. They get 316 yards of total offense, 522 for Wash U. So for the 3rd straight game, the Carthage defense giving up over 500 yards of total offense. 425 yards in the air today, 395 by Rush. Carthage throwing it for 273 yards, most of that by Bryce Lowe. Started the game today at quarterback. Christian Beltran unable to go with an upper body injury. So Lowe today was 27 of 37 for 207 yards, a touchdown, 1 interception, and 2 sacks today. Kyle Jesse coming on in relief in the 4th quarter, completed all 4 of his passes, including a 51-yard touchdown pass to Justin Wiles. As you see the numbers there, and the numbers don't lie. Over 500 yards given up today by the Carthage defense. Carthage relatively penalty-free. And really the difference was third downs again today. Carthage just 5 of 15, while the Bears were 9 for 14 on third downs. Each team got a takeaway today. Carthage with a strip job by Tomzak, able to strip the ball from the receiver, fumble recovery, and the Bears getting an interception today. Bryce Lowe to Peter Orlandino pass that was taken away by Christensen today, gets that pick. Here you look at the stat leaders for Carthage today. Lowe, 207 yards passing. Ray Gallardo, his first game back, his first game of the season for Carthage. 12 carries for 26 yards. He started to come on in the second half. Again, you'll look at the box score, you'll say, oh, it's a blowout today, but Carthage moved the football today. At 316 total yards, they're most this season now in a single game. So things are starting to look up. Nubis Padai, the offensive coordinator, really believes in this team, and I think this team just has to feel that confidence as well. And they've got to get going here. Now with the next 2 weeks, you've got some winnable ball games on the road at Elmhurst, at North Park, before you face Wheaton. And that will be a tough battle for sure, but a chance to climb back into this 0-2 in the league, 0-3 overall, chance to get back to the 500 mark. And you see the defensive numbers. Jake Tomzak today the leader on defense for Carthage. Meanwhile, for Wash U, it was Matt Rush, 395 yards and 4 touchdowns passing today. It was Kenneth Hamilton with 31 yards rushing, and Oakman 121 yards receiving today for Washington University as they take the game 45-16. Waiting for Dustin Haas to make his way up here to the press box, and have a player of the game coming up here momentarily, brought to you by Jersey Mike's Subs. Let's run down the rest of the numbers today. As we said, Carthage 316 total yards, 273 in the air, and 43 on the ground today. Meanwhile, for the Washington University Bears, 522 total yards, 425 in the air, 97 on the ground. They averaged an amazing 15.2 yards per reception today against that Carthage defense. As we mentioned, Lowe today, 27 of 37, 207 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He was sacked twice. Kyle Jesse, 4 for 4, 66 yards and 1 touchdown pass coming in the fourth quarter. That was a 51-yarder to Jordan Wiles. Running the football, Gallardo, 12 carries, 26 yards. Takumi Fred, 8 carries for 18 yards. Wiles, 1 carry for 3. Lowe on a couple of scrambles today, 5 rushing attempts, -4 yards. Receiving for the Firebirds today, it was Jordan Wiles with 8 receptions, 122 yards, 1 touchdown coming in the fourth quarter, a 15.3-yard average for Wiles. Campbell's and Jarvis each with 7 receptions. Sylvere Campbell, 7 catches for 49 yards, along of 15. Jarvis, 7 receptions, 45 yards, along of 21. That was a touchdown reception, the second of the year for Alex Jarvis. Gibson Groves, 1 catch for 30. Peter Orlandino, 2 receptions for 17. Ray Gallardo, 4 receptions for 11 yards. On the other side for Washington University, Matt Rush, 25 for 33, 395 yards, 4 touchdown passes today. Carthage did sack him twice. And then Stevens on in relief, going for 3 for 3 for 30 yards and a long of 17. Hamilton, the leading rusher today, 8 carries for 31 yards. Ware, 8 carries for 30 yards for the Bears. Oakman, Goldberg, and Hoyta all over 100 yards receiving today. Goldberg, 7 receptions for 108. Oakman, 6 catches for 120. And Hoyta, 4 receptions for 102 yards. Joined now by head football coach Dustin Haas. And offense able to move the ball today, but once again, defense not as solid.
Yeah, we knew going into the game we were going to have to stop their quarterback and stop their wide receivers, and we did not do that. We had about 5 or 6 coverage busts that led to big plays and to touchdowns, and it's on those guys back there. They've got to do their job, and until we get guys that can do their job, it's tough to stop people.
Big plays back there, and so I guess I'm asking just in terms of, is it a coverage issue? Is it a communication issue? Is it a breakdown in who's got the responsibility back there?
Not really. It was a couple times. I know the kid, when we told him, hey, here comes a slant and go, and he jumped the slant. That happened twice, and at that point as a coach, you just got to be like, well, I'm going to have to play somebody else. If I'm telling you it's coming and you're still biting on it, we got a fundamental understanding of football issue a little bit. And, the other one was cover 3, and he didn't play the deep third. And that's, again, one of those things where, he's just got to do his job.
It's got to be frustrating as you're a defensive coach by trade, so this has got to kind of tear at you a little bit too, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It's very, very frustrating. I told the team that at the end of the game. It's frustrating to watch the product right now that's out there because, like I said, I think we've got some talent. I think we've got some guys that can play, and we'll go back and look, and maybe if we can make it simpler, we'll try and make it simpler so there's some kind of understanding to where we get guys that are doing what they're supposed to do when they're supposed to do it.
Offensively, you moved the ball today. I mean, 300 yards of offense. Bryce Lowe looked good today, and not that we weren't expecting that in a start today. 207 yards passing. Kyle Jesse, 66 yards, and spread the ball around. Wiles with 8 catches. Our player of the game here, Sylvere Campbell, with 7 receptions today, plus he was punting today.
Yeah, we did. We moved the ball well. We just didn't finish drives. We had a couple of those 4th down conversions that we didn't get that were big, and then you got to stick the ball in the end zone more than we did. So, again, there were some good things. We're continuing to grow, but
and it's got to happen a lot faster than it is.
But at least we saw 4 quarters of moving the football today.
Yeah, they did. We moved it well, all 4 quarters. Again, you finish a couple of those drives, and it's a different score and it's a different ball game. But that's why it's football, and we're not doing the things we need to do right now.
I thought maybe the turning point might have been the turnover, back-to-back turnovers. You get the strip job by Jake Tomczak, gets you the ball back, and then the unfortunate interception. I mean, Orlandino made a nice grab, just didn't quite get the ball in quick enough.
Yeah, didn't pull it into his body, didn't secure the catch, and that guy took it away from him. And yeah, that was a huge turning point for sure.
Well, you brought up our Jersey Mike player of the game here. It's Sylvere Campbell. Another nice day today. Sylvere, 7 catches, 49 yards, along of 15. You're also punting the ball today.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about that. I didn't realize you had that in you.
Yeah, I've been punting since I've been playing football. Just a few practices, I decided to practice punts, and it just worked out. I felt like I could help the team in that group. So yeah.
Second year in the program. So how is the game? Has it slowed down for you now?
Yeah, it slowed down a lot. It slowed down a lot as opposed to last year. Last year I just had the jitters before every game. Now that I kind of know what to expect, kind of go in there with kind of a calm head, just letting everything come to me. But sometimes it gets frustrating. I just got to learn how to keep my composure in tough situations and adverse situations. So yeah, I'm gonna come back. We're gonna practice. We're gonna practice better. Come back better.
I like how you've developed here. I'm seeing a change in your attitude and a change in the maturity, the maturation going from freshman to sophomore year.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
I understand how that works out, but tell me about your practice. You practice these one-hand catches every day in practice.
Yeah, it's become natural. I'm never the type to kind of brag about talents that I've been blessed, but I have like 4XL gloves, so it just kind of happens.
I was talking with athletic director Nate Stewart before the game today, and he says he shook your hand, and he says, "No, I'm a large guy, and I got large hands."
Here,
but he says he's coffee, yes. I jokingly said, "I know, Sylvere's got man hands. Those are big hands, and that helps in this game."
Yeah, it's a blessing to have huge hands, because the ball isn't as, you know what I'm saying, the ball is only a certain size, and my hand, it wraps around it pretty well, so it's most definitely a gift, and I'm grateful for it.
With the quarterbacks between Christian Beltran, Bryce Lowe, Kyle Jesse, you guys all get along very well. It doesn't matter who's back there. Mm-hmm. You all are on the same page.
Yeah, we practice with all of them. So I mean, injuries happen. Things happen in order for change, and it's our job to be ready for those changes. And I feel like the score showed it, but I feel like we saw some good things with all the quarterbacks, well, Bryce and Kyle today. So once we get Christian back, I'm sure he's gonna do well too. So we have a lot of season left ahead of us. We're gonna learn from this loss, and we're gonna get better.
I like his attitude, Coach. This is something you've told me about Sylvere the last couple of years. The guy comes ready to play.
Yeah, he does. He's a guy that works hard in practice, and it shows up on Saturday.
Certainly does practice hard, and like I said, it pays off at times. And what do you like best? Do you like running kicks, wide receiver? Is there any position you? I love that little jog move you make, that little slow motion, and then you go from first gear to fourth gear in a hurry.
Yeah, I love that. I kind of do that even with receiver, just because I kind of want to let the game come to me, kind of want to be patient and just let the blocks develop. And once I see a hole, as a returner, it's our job to just hit it as fast as we can. You know what I'm saying? Get skinny. We're taught to get skinny and avoid defenders. So I feel like if I have open field, I'm able to make guys miss. So yeah, I like, to answer your question, receiver, just because the hands. But I love returning, most definitely.
Coach, I thought maybe his breakout was the Wheaton game last year. I thought that's when we discovered we've got something very special here for the next couple of years, and I think you would agree. This is the guy you got to kind of build that passing offense around a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. He's a guy that makes a lot of plays, that has a big catch radius, and if it's in the area, he's going to go get it, and we'll keep throwing him the ball.
So film session tomorrow, and then
it's like anything, 24 hours to kind of let this one sink in, and then it's to work against Elmhurst. Now, the next couple weeks, we don't face top 25 competition, so this should be an opportunity to get back into this thing a little bit, gain some more confidence with Elmhurst and North Park on the schedule.
Yeah, it's nice to not have to play a top 25 team, but we have to worry about us. We have to control what we can control, and that's going to start with practicing better and having a bigger sense of urgency no matter who we're playing to make sure we're improving ourselves.
Now, you and I talked earlier in the week. We perhaps see Zach Hale get cleared to start practicing this coming week?
We're hoping, yeah. He meets with the doctor this week, and hopefully he can get the all-go and get back on the field for us. I know we're missing him.
All right. Well, Coach, I wish we had something better to talk about, but it is what it is, and there's work to do. But I know you guys can put it together. And Sylvia, I know you're going to get it together here, and the offense is going to find something here. I think the next couple weeks are going to be key here, I think, for how this team finishes the year. Would you agree?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what's in front of us. I know I've been here for a year and some change, and I see a lot of talent. And we're just all waiting for the time for all that to just get unleashed. You know what I'm saying? We preach what's the word? Well, he has this saying like snowball. It's
the
a
avalanche.
snowball. Yeah,
Yep.
The avalanche. So
see, I pay attention to your meetings.
Yeah, I love that just because it makes so much sense and it connects so much well. It connects well to the game. I mean, he's a smart guy. We just all got to come together and trust his philosophy.
Well, congratulations. You're our Jersey Mike player of the game, brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Sylvia, keep up the good work. And we'll catch you next week against Elmhurst. Coach, better luck. We'll be in touch this week, and get prepared. Let's beat the Blue Jays next week.
Sounds good. Thanks, John.
You bet. Dustin Haas and Sylvia Campbell joining us on our postgame here today as the Carthage Firebirds fall at home to the WashU Bears 45-16. Some finals now in the rest of the conference and games that were 1 o'clock kicks today. And there they are. Milliken still leading North Park 23-21. That game still with some time left in the fourth. Illinois Wesleyan came from behind. They trailed all day against Carroll. Came from behind to beat the Pioneers at home 26-21. And North Central hammered Elmhurst, the opponent for Carthage next week, by a final of 76-6, the final in that one. So next week it's Elmhurst. We will be with you next Saturday at 12:45 from Langhorst Field, a 1 o'clock kick. The Carthage Firebirds and the Elmhurst University Blue Jays next Saturday afternoon right here on AM 1050 WLIP. Stay tuned on the radio. Coming up at the top of the hour, it's going to be Rock and Roll Never Forgets with Terry Havel. My thanks to Bill Lawrence running our board back at the WLIP studios. Mike Love, our executive producer here at Carthage College for the video stream. John Voinovich, our producer. Our students, Director Allison, Emma, Allison, and Faison and Zoe running cameras today. I want to thank them all. They did a fantastic job bringing the video stream to our alumni today. As homecoming 2022, it's Washington University 45, Carthage 16. Until next week, have a great week, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Carthage Athletics, heard exclusively on Kenosha's radio station, AM 1050 WLIP. Good afternoon, everyone.